JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you.
We really appreciate your support here at JewelleryMaker, so we'd like to give you something back every time you refer a friend to us. Once your friend's order is delivered, you'll both be rewarded with a free £10 credit to each of your accounts. Simply log onto your account or ask our call centre team to find your Refer a Friend code, give it to your friend and have them type it into the refer box when they sign up online. Alternatively, give the code to our friendly call centre team and they'll do the rest. So come and bring your friends into the fabulous world of jewellery making. JewelleryMaker, share your passion. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund. If you miss a JewelleryMaker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of JewelleryMaker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with JewelleryMaker.
You can now watch clips from JewelleryMaker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
JewelleryMaker offers an extensive range of creative workshops for all levels, from beginners right through to advanced. Each workshop is run by our approachable tutors who are all friendly, knowledgeable and are specialists in their field of expertise. Our popular courses are tailor-made to suit your needs and to help you get started with a new hobby or to advance your skills onto the next level. We keep the class sizes small to ensure you get plenty of one-to-one attention, so book early to avoid disappointment. For more information, contact our call centre or visit our website. Download the JewelleryMaker app today. You can watch our JewelleryMaker shows live, view all the details of the item that is currently on air, as well as browsing all the items from today's show.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Boxing Day. Yes, it is Boxing Day today. Can you believe it? No, you've not overslept. You haven't overslept. It's not December yet. Don't worry. We had Christmas Day here at JewelleryMaker yesterday. And today, guess what the morning show's all about? The Boxing Day sale we've got for you today. We have got, honestly, so many treats coming up for you. We're going to be doing so many astonishing prices, ones that you're not going to expect. And if you think about it, you know, Boxing Day, it is the day. I'm sure a lot of us, you know, in our families, I remember when I was younger, on Christmas Day evening, it used to be sort of military precision. My gran used to come out with a list for every single one of us. We'd go round in pairs, obviously, you know, for elbow space, and we'd have military precision exactly what shop each pair were going to and exactly what department they needed to go to, the codes of the clothes they needed to check and everything for the Boxing Day sale. And I've got that for you today, but without all of the hassle, because we're going to make it really simple for you and just give you great prices. Today, to kick our Boxing Day off, I am joined by the lovely and very, very spring-like today, it's Claire. Hi Claire.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm really good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I've been camping outside, waiting for the sale, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, overnight.
Yeah, you're looking fresh-faced for it, though.
Yeah, so I'm first in.
Gotta say, yeah, well done. What have you got for us today, please?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful kits. I've got a sterling silver kit with some beautiful druzy.
Sterling silver wire in there, too.
Yes.
And
I've got some beautiful cabs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Pearls, emeralds, a lot.
You've got loads and loads to treat us with today. You really, really do. So we are going to kick off this Boxing Day with style. He's back. We've missed him, haven't we? I've missed him. Andy, where have you been? Helping Hands, otherwise known as Handy Andy. We have got here your helping hands. Now, what I'm going to show you is just the power of the magnifying glass here. Wait, is there something wrong with this magnifying glass? Because that to me looks like it could be faceted chrome diopside, but I know that that doesn't happen because of the cleavage points on it, so there must be something wrong with it, right? Nope! Genuine, real deal, Russian chrome diopside. I tell you what, you'll be rushing in for this one. Faceted as well. You are going to get some of the biggest pieces. You have the chance of owning, say, I'm not sure if you know this, but Russian chrome diopside, only 1% of all Russian chrome diopside is over an 8.6 in size in the market. And anyway, roughs are obviously different, but of cut and shaped chrome diopside, only 1% of the entire market is an 8.6 or over. This is just a few mil shy, and I tell you what, the fact that it's faceted makes that even more spectacular. I am so excited to bring this to you. I think that's coming up at about 12. What? Says the customer. Isn't that just astonishing? When I showed you this before,
I know, I had to run over to have a good look.
Yeah.
Is that my challenge then?
No. So, you'd love it to be though, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah.
I know, it would be pretty special. So, I've got Handy Andy. What is Handy Andy here for? Or Helping Hands as he's called. Okay. He is there for all of those moments when you just need a little bit of something extra doing, when you need a little bit of an extra pair of hands. Because sometimes, you know, you'll be in that moment where you're trying to create something, you're trying to make something, you need to go and pick something up, but you can't, so you try and hold something with two sets of pliers, and then something pings off and it all goes a little bit awry. With this, you don't have that issue at all. What we've got here is we have got your selection of the grippers. So the grippers themselves, the gripper themselves are going to keep things nicely in place. It means that it's going to help you kind of line up your pieces as they need to be. So, for example, say someone knocks on the door. Say someone comes to the door with a wonderful gift from JewelleryMaker, and you know, maybe you got that opal yesterday, maybe you're excited for that opal to come to you. If that is the case, sometimes you need to pop down what you're doing, don't you? And what we've got here is we've got the opportunity to grip up your pieces that you're working with, essentially. I've also got, if you want to see, your bent nose pliers as well. These pliers are sensational. The wonderful thing with these pliers is that you have the opportunity to get into all those little nooks and crannies because they are bent. And if I show you that, actually. There you go, look. There you are. You see these bent areas that we have here. It means you can get into all those nooks and crannies. I've also got for you your flat nose half round pliers too. So with these ones, if I just show you, sorry if I pop them down for you, because I really need to get these out so you can see the nose. One side of them is flat, the other side is half rounded. Now what this means is it's going to give you a really, really nice curve to your pieces for things like earring findings and earrings wise when we make them. It is, you know, it can be a little bit difficult to get the perfect shape and the perfect size. These are going to help you guide that around. Oh, way up, Tarister. OMG, happy Boxing Day. Praying I get signal at 12. I need that diopside. It is the most luxurious piece of diopside I've ever seen at JewelleryMaker. It's coming up at 11. Whoa, Tarister, stay where you are. It's 11 o'clock. I know what's coming up at 12, which I'm sure you'll want as well. Loads of lab caps. This is coming up at 12. So you better make sure you're with us because you're getting about 140 carats worth. Loads. 740, sorry. Loads. So Handy Andy is back with us. He's going to make our life so much easier. You can use the two little tweezy bits to keep your pieces in place. You can use the magnifying glass, and it's not just for, you know, if maybe your eyes are a little bit, you know, if you find it a little bit difficult to work with your eyes, which it's great for. Polly says, oh great, morning lovelies, I have Handy Andy and use them lots, especially if I'm sewing, great for threading needles with my eyesight. Polly, absolutely, yeah, it's great if maybe you do need to see those little intricate areas, but you know, I have pretty good eyesight myself, but I even find Handy Andy's really useful for those seed beads. You know, you can't find the hole on a seed bead, and the micro-faceted ones in particular can be really tricky to see. Handy Andy, you know, you just pop it there and it's done and dusted and ready and raring. And I've got the two pliers with these as well. What do you use Handy Andy for?
Well, I think like you say, try and keeping you cool with things, because it can be, can't it? If you're doing intricate work and you do need several pairs of hands, and it just allows you to, you know, make and keep cool and not get really aggro and bad-tempered.
Yeah, absolutely. And it can help. It's not just for things like, you know, threading and your wire work. You can use it for things like your, you know, your braiding and your plaiting and things like that. I remember, well, a few times when I've just gone to make maybe a quick plait at the end of a piece, and I've, oh, this is disgusting, but put the end in your mouth, so you kind of plait away from your arse like this.
Yeah.
Handy Andy saves us all the spit off, doesn't it?
We all do that, but it is because I've chipped my tooth doing that, so yeah, it's really worth it.
It's really worth it.
Yeah.
Save on the dentist
That's
fees.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
So Helping Hands is back with us today. It's a great price. The Helping Hands and the pliers, $6.95 for you today for all of this. That is absolutely astonishing price point. The Handy Andy alone, $6.95, would genuinely be sensational. But to get your professional pliers as well, and don't forget, we don't get these pliers in our toolkits. In our original small toolkit or in our large toolkit, we do not have these pliers, and we need different pliers for different jobs. Don't get me wrong, the toolkits themselves are great for when you're starting out, but we need little extras for when we're really, you know, going on our jewellery making journey. Hello, Victoria. Saying, just bought. Needed one of these for ages, as it's Boxing Day. I'm calling all purchases today a birthday present. I love that. Good, Victoria, why not? And you know that sales price that you've just seen on your screen now, $6.95. Prices like that are going to continue. Dion was not a Dion, our producer. She wouldn't have done that price point on anything else like that any other day. It's only a Boxing Day sale treat. $6.95 for you. Hello, Mowbray. Oh, it's lovely to hear from you again. Good morning, ladies. Got my basket open and ready for today's goodies. Looking forward to the show and demos. Maria, we're going to be doing quite a few different demos today, aren't we?
We are. We've got some wire work, some beading. Yeah.
Lots of different bits for lots of different people. So thank you today, joining us today, Marie. I've got loads of treats for you, I really, really do. Lots of you are checking out not just one but two of these, and hey, why not? Things like this are, you know, you might have one already set up with a project going, and it's going to be great for classes as well, because in classes you're never quite sure of the people who are going to come on your classes, and some people might need a little bit of extra help with things like this, so great to get yourself a couple. Oh, hey up, how are you? Oh no, morning ladies, Mrs. Chris was here. Please stop with all the bargains. I've no Christmas pennies left. We'll have to sell an elf. Ho, ho, ho. Well, if you have to sell an elf to get yourself treats, I think that's fine. The elf will be fine with it. And if not, he's very elfish. I hope I haven't ruined your Boxing Day, everybody, with that. Thank you, Mrs. Christmas, as always. Yeah, there's loads and loads of treats for you today. Honestly, it's a sale day today. We are doing Boxing Day sales, so we're going to be doing really, really naughty little prices for you today throughout the day. And I'll be honest, we've taken it a step further today because no management upstairs. So we're going a little bit further, if I'm honest. Hello, Laura in lovely Cheshire. I'm coming back to you tonight. One of my favourite designers. I'm always inspired by your designs, Claire. Attempted to make the cuff from the other day today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how did you get on? Let me know, Laura. That's lovely, isn't it? Thank you. That's really nice.
So you're attempting it today. Good luck to you. And you've got some pieces quite cuff-like today, actually.
I have, yes.
Thank you very much for that. Only 36 opportunities left on that one, so well done to you all. There are lots and lots of mischievous treats today. It's the Boxing Day morning show sale, and I'm going to start with a challenge for Claire. I adore this collection. You know, sometimes you'll see bundles, and you'll see bundles that all, you know, have a few different components now and again. I think this as a pairing is something really unusual. We don't get to see this often at all. I can't think really of the last time I've seen quartzite drops like this, let alone in beautiful colour palettes like this. How elegant are they together?
The colours are gorgeous, aren't they?
You've got that kind of raindrop-like blue, that foreboding grey that has a real maturity and a real richness to it, but also has that slight back palette of the blue within it as well, doesn't it? You've got so much on these strands as well. You've got 140 carats worth approximately, and each one of them are 16 by 12. As a pairing, I think it's a really stunning colour. I don't know if you've seen the Pantone summer colours that are obviously out. There are tones like this in this season, and that are going to carry us through to autumn winter by the looks of things. So it's a great little piece to have in your collection. When we've got something with this much boldness of colour and that much kind of beauty to the depth of these, it's really, really wonderful that you've got the faceting on top of there, because otherwise it could look quite plain. It could look quite one-dimensional. But because of the facets on there, it really is just giving you something extra.
You've made me think though, by saying little raindrops, I think I might try and do a couple of designs now. You know, there's a really popular motif, isn't there, with like a little cloud and then some raindrops. Have you seen? So I might try that.
I love that idea.
I might try.
Stunning idea.
Because for me, they shout petals.
Yeah.
And the way they're drilled is perfect. But I
don't know why that made me laugh, but when you said to me they shout petals, I imagine them going, all right, petal! Just me. There is a letter missing in the code, I'm afraid. Just to let you know that that letter that is missing is X. So X is the letter that's missing, so it's JXGC69. Perfect duo today. Your price? Hello, £7.95. It's Boxing Day. We're going to be doing that all day. Now, £8.95 is the price that these were set at. Okay, these were set for us as a sale price at £8.95. Now, it should have been higher. Obviously, it should have been higher. These would have been closer to sort of the £11, £12 mark. So it should have been higher. £8.95 is the price that was set for us, but it's Boxing Day, so we've been given a little bit of leeway. When I say we've been given a little bit of leeway, I mean there's no management in, so we're taking upon ourselves. And when I say ourselves, I obviously mean Dion, because if any managers are watching this at home, it's nothing to do with me. So we've just taken off an extra £1 there for no other reason than we're doing a Boxing Day sale. It was already a sale price at £8.95. We took off more money. You've got yourself a massive saving on this. You really, really do. You've got yourself a fair few pounds going back into your pocket to help you with some treats that we've got coming up later on. And you know, I have got some sensational pieces coming up later on. I love the idea of these with that as a collection. How sensational does that look? I mean, the colour palette is just phenomenal. I have got some green pearls coming up for you later on as well. That's coming up for you very, very shortly. So do stay tuned for those around about 10 o'clock. So, lovely, lovely Claire. What are we going to be doing with these ones, please?
Well, hopefully, all being well and fingers crossed, I'm going to produce at least two items. So I'll try and do something with the flower motif, and then I'm going to try and do like a cloud type thing. Might try and do a brooch, I think, or a pendant. I'll see.
Yeah, love that idea.
I'll see.
Sensational idea. So keep your eyes peeled for treats with those coming up with Claire later on. They are just £7.95 that we've taken them to today, and the letter that's missing is an X4, marks the spot. I've got a bust for you now. Storage bust. It can be a storage bust or a display bust if you wanted it to be. This is the large one that we have here in front of you. Now, the large one is a lot bigger than some of our other pieces, some of our other ones. It's the way in which this goes down. And if I can just grab one of the small white ones, just to show you as a comparison. Oh, you're a love. Yeah, grab us that one. Thank you, Cass. And will you do me a favour? Will you grab me that pendant there right at the end, the cabochon wrapped one, the one right at the very, very end, this way? Thank you, you lovely lady. Because I just want to show you as a comparison. You are a star. Thank you, Poppet. So this is our smaller variety that we do the most of the time. I think I've only ever brought you the large one once before. And you can see there is a big size difference there, actually, isn't there, to the original one, the one we probably sell most time on screen, and the larger ones. Now, what's important about that is certain designs... Oh, wrong way around. Certain designs, although that looks okay, it's not sitting quite right, is it? Can you see how it's overhanging there? There's extra movement there. It almost doesn't give you an idea of exactly how it will look, does it? Whereas, As soon as I place it onto there, how much more of a focal piece is that? How much more professional does that look? How much more kind of eye-catching is that your eye is properly drawn into this piece? So it is a really, really big difference with these ones on there. So this is the one that we have the most often. I'm not sure that I've ever brought this one to you before the larger one, so it's really nice to have this with us today. Now, you may be getting ready for all of your Christmas fairs and all of your autumn and winter fairs, and maybe even some of the bridal shows I know we've all got coming up. This is going to make your store look professional. It is going to give you height. It is going to make you stand out from maybe others who don't have a professional looking bust like this. But the other thing is, it's not just for sellers, it's not just for people who sell, it's also for people who just want to display their pieces. I was speaking to guest designer Alan yesterday. He was telling me about his house, and he was saying how you know, he has this large circular section where he essentially has lots of display busts just in his living room, lots of sort of display busts in a really nice ornate round section, and how he just puts his jewellery on there just as artwork, just something to look at, as opposed to, you know, paintings or pictures or prints. It's just to have your pieces out there, and you can do that with things like this. You can create your own style, but also a great thing that I adore with this is that you can just store your jewellery like this, you know, on your bedside table, on your dressing table. Save it, because sometimes with certain pieces they're too big and bulky and bold to maybe go in your jewellery box. Sometimes with certain pieces of jewellery that are really dainty and really delicate and really beautiful, you don't want to put them in your jewellery box because all of the wires and the chains and everything can mix up and mingle. With this, you don't have that problem, and it's going to look very, very professional for you. I know a lot of you are buying in bulk. Vast majority of you are buying 2s. I've got a few more buying 3s, and I've got a few more buying 4s. Only a few of you are actually getting yourself just one of these. And I can completely understand that, because on a stall, you're not just going to want one, are you? And how many large, beautiful pieces have you got in your collection? I doubt you've just got one. If you're like me and you like the look of something really dramatic, quite statement, maybe with frills or with your lace and pieces like that, then these are going to be perfect for it, aren't they? I have actually got some lace coming up, and some of the lace that I have coming up for you is not the pieces you're maybe used to seeing. These. Got this lace coming up for you later on. But you know, with your lace pieces, a lot of the time, although they're dainty because of the lightweight nature of it, they are actually quite large, aren't they, to see? So this in itself is just something that will really be shown off on the larger bust, and maybe it wouldn't be shown off as well on the small. I'm going to get your pricing for these because they're going out the door as quick as the sale on Boxing Day. £8.95 for you on this one today. It is your large white necklace bust. And the one thing I will say about this, just if you are getting your hands on these, don't forget that it is padded, okay? It is padded. Now, the great thing, no, you know why I'm laughing at that, don't you? Because of what, the padded bust. It is padded, and the great thing about the fact that it is padded is it's even padded at the top. You can do a necklace and actually pin in the pair of earrings to go with it at the top, so you display the entire collection on here. So what we've got here is your £8.95 large bust here, and I'd love to know what Claire, because I know that you've got busts and things like this at home.
I have.
What do you use them for?
Well, I use them for the actual, you know, the working, because it's very, very different. If you've got, you know, if you've got a tray and you're working and you're doing a piece and it's flat, it looks very, very different to if you're working sort of in front of you. And you can pin it, like you say, so not just pin it to display when you finish making it, but pin it. I do a lot of pinning at the pieces, different components, and when you've got that padding, and you can see what it would look like as it's on the neckline, as it would be on you, rather than flat here, because it might look great like that, but at that angle, that is your body angle, it will look completely different. So to me, it's a crucial, almost like as important as having your pliers, really, as a tool like that for making, you know, especially big statement pieces. It's an absolute must.
And if you are planning on doing something like that and pinning in for your designs, I would strongly suggest you get more than one, because obviously once you do pin in, even if you just keep one bust just for your pinning work, then obviously it is going to have pinholes within it, isn't it, because you're pinning all your work on, and then have the one for your dining room, your dressing room table, or for your stall or whatever.
But at that price, I mean, you could, like people are getting, you know, multi, because I remember getting, and this is ages ago, so before I knew about JewelleryMaker, online, and I bought some, but I didn't pay attention to the size they were, and they were more than that, and when they arrived, they were that big.
Really?
Yeah, so they're like, I don't know, for like a doll's jewellery. So yeah, so that's brilliant, because you think of the postage on that.
I know,
if you're
exactly.
getting anywhere else, you were.
Absolutely. There's lots of you coming in for this, but you do have to check out those baskets for me while you get the opportunity to do so. I would say as well, one thing that I know Gemma Crow herself does when working with things like lace, I'm sure we've all seen work with lace and with leather, but I've seen her do it with lace, going to, and actually Linda's done it before as well, gone to harden the lace with a PVA glue mix, so you can rest it and PVA glue. But obviously when you're going to PVA glue something that's going to go with a neckline, there are shapes and curves to the body that just a flat desk won't do. So what I know people do with these is get something like a cling film or like a non-stick surface, and actually just wrap the cling film around so that you can just put your design down, paste on your PVA, and just let it dry in that way overnight, so that it's going to get that beautiful shape. You wouldn't be able to do that with a flat surface, because if I made a piece that was for a flat surface and tried to then put it on my body, it will stick up, it won't sit correctly. Whereas on this, it has got those curves to the body, it has got that shaping to it, and it will help guide you around. £8.95 for you today is going to be giving you something really nice and workable to show off. And one thing I will say, now do not get me wrong, I do like the black bust, I do, obviously, but for certain colours, I think a white bust will show it off more, myself, personally. I mean, look at how this faceted chrome diopside is just shining on the white. You can see all of that richness of colour, can't you? You can really see that sparkle against that white. And another thing as well is with things like the lab, let's say, things like the Labradorite, which I've got, it gives it even more of that pow, that impact, doesn't it? Because it's on that white. And that, of course, as it follows you around, these are coming up at 12, don't forget, is going to really, really show off your pieces. Ooh, great idea about the PVA from Debbie. Well, you know, thank you very much. I've had my breakfast. Ham sandwich, if anyone's interested. So hello to Marissa. Good morning, lovely ladies. It's cleaning day today, but I will try and take breaks so I can watch the designs and inspiration. Try not to do too many deals, love. Marissa, tidying on a Sunday, I believe, shouldn't be allowed, but each to their own. And I do think you're lovely. I do think you're a really nice person. However, I can't promise you that I won't do loads of deals. Sorry, I can't promise that. In fact, everything's going to be a deal. Thank you, Cass. Oh no, Becky, 2 elves for sale.
Oh dear.
Mrs. Christmas, don't worry about it. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. I've got the black bus coming up for you later, and guess what? This is the elongated one as well. If I put this behind me, it's even better to see. See? So the elongated one goes right down to the table. Any chance the black bus will be on today? Would be great to have both. Looking forward to the rest of today's Boxing Day treats. And that's for Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Yes, we do have the black bust, and I think they look lovely on a table together, wouldn't they, actually? With the monochrome look. It's very classy, isn't it? Very classy. Very elegant, isn't it? Hello. With what text? Dion's just gone. And don't forget about the blue pearls with this text. The black bus text, okay. Oh, Dion. Mighty price slashing warrior.
That's a great name, isn't it?
Who's this from? Deborah. Do you know how much Dion loves that name and is now going to insist we all call her that? What a nightmare. Thanks, Deborah. Mighty price slashing warrior. It's not even blue. What miraculous price slashing will you apply to anything blue? Let's ask. She says, you'll have to see, but watch out for these blue pearls. Coming up at about 10:30, so not so long to wait. And it is Boxing Day, and I know Marissa's cleaning. I hope we're not all cleaning today. Sunday's not for that, I don't think. But don't worry, these are coming up very soon. And do stay tuned for my faceted chrome diopside. What did you say, Poppet Chops? The lace. Absolutely. We don't have many of this. It's a Boxing Day sale. The price point on this is phenomenal. I've got way less than 100, so if you want it, you've got to come in quick and get it. It is your lace. If I just show you the length of one strip, then it'll give you an idea of exactly the amount that you're getting here. Ollie's just said, oh, that's a mini skirt for me.
Oh my, I've got that vision now is imprinted. I think I might have to go home now. For him to wear?
Well, yeah, that's what you said. That looks like a mini skirt to me.
Well,
that's what he said. Oh, he's saying now, no, not for me. Have a little look at what we've got here for you today. This is your lace. There is a letter missing. That letter is an R for Rebecca Redican. This here is your patterned white embroidered design lace, and I've got a pack of it here for you. So let me show you the different designs. In fact, if I get these out for you so I can show you the different designs, I've got 4 different designs, I think. I do indeed. Let me show you these. Let me get them out. And they're all white, so they're all really, 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 really workable for us. Oh, way up. See, there's so much on here, I've run out of space. Let me show you 3 designs first off. So you've got the really, really large section here, right at the end, which is you can see sort of scalloped at either side. Going to be really nice for ruching. And then you do have these fringe pieces as well. So if I just squeeze another one, you are getting a lot as well. You are getting loads. There you go. So you've got, I love this one. How modern's that? It's kind of got a bit of a Hawaiian pineapple edge to it, hasn't it? So you've got these lovely scallops. You've got this beautiful fringing and edge design. There's loads that you'd be able to do with these. Really, really is. You could use them as a base. So as we were talking about the bust before, you could use them as a base. To maybe sew other gemstones onto or wire work other gemstones onto. You can, of course, with lace, you know, use these in headband pieces. You don't have to use them as entire strips. You know, say I just wanted this section taken off here, I could easily just cut off, you know, one of the flowers or whatever it might be to keep it really nicely separate. I better get that price on because these are flying. Can you believe this is £6.95? £6.95 for all of these. This is super duper sturdy lace, really sturdy, but the thing I love about it is even though it is sturdy, it's still got those delicate intricate bits. Some laces that do feel sturdy are very, very blocky. This isn't. Look at all that intricate workings within these. It's fantastic, isn't it? I just love. And look, imagine cutting those sections out. You see the flower going down to the drop. Imagine cutting out those sections. How beautiful for a pair of earrings. And then maybe add a few drops on those, just cutting out that small section there. I've only got 33 opportunities left. It is white, and don't forget, we can dye these. You can use a proper dye if you want to. You can use a proper dye if you want. I know, I can't believe it's £6.95. It's amazing, because meters worth, you can get meters worth for around that price of lace in places. But don't forget, you can dye it, and certain laces you can dye even with tea, so you don't even have to buy dye. Just get a nice fruity tea, brew it up, pop them in for a few hours, and you can colour it with a fruity tea. Okay, folks, well done everybody who's getting those. Well done to everyone who got that. And just to remind you as well, the missing letter is R. I'm heading on over to Claire now. So excited to show these makes. We have got 925 sterling silver wire coming up in one.
We have.
But in this one, we have got emerald.
I know. They're gorgeous as well. Yeah.
They are sizable and very, very workable. Sometimes, do you find with emerald, when we do emerald, we'll do really, really nice little pieces, but I know some of you, you know, you can find it quite difficult to work with the smaller pieces. If you do find it difficult, don't forget Handy Andy was my early bird. But to get big, sizable pieces that are so workable because they're around.
Absolutely,
it's really
and a
unusual.
graduated round as well. So, you know, a lot of, it'll give you design straight away, because even if you don't like, you know, you like it really, really simple, you've got that graduation there, so you've got, it's perfect for a suite of jewellery.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for anybody who's watching us today, and maybe you've just stumbled upon us, it's lovely to meet you. Hello, my name's Becky. Emerald. The emerald we've got in here, yes, it is emerald. The funny thing is, I always think we've become a little bit nonchalant about the fact that we have things like emerald, because we have it in kits, and we do price slashes on kits, and it's Boxing Day sale, so the price slash is going to be even more immense. But the fact of the matter is, with emeralds, it is that very, very precious big 4 gemstone, and the fact of the matter is, it is the real deal as well. The emerald in here is the real deal. It's not faux, it's not fake, it is the genuine real deal created by Mother Nature, and it is sensational, and it is something that people aspire to have in their collection.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you either aspire to have it and own it and wear it, or, you know, as a jewellery maker, you definitely aspire to make with it, don't you? You know, and you feel very, you know, very privileged to make jewellery with emeralds. Yeah.
The fact that I have got huge pieces on here, I think, now, don't quote me on this, but the last emerald I showed you, I think was around about a 3x4 mil. It was like a rondelle, 3x4. It was either 3x4 or a 3x2, but let's say 3x4 to be safe. These ones, 8 mil in areas. Yeah. 8 mil in areas. We've got from 6 mil to 8 mil perfect rounds of emerald. This is a fab strand to have that graduation. You could do dainty pieces to your bolder pieces. You could do a graduated piece yourself, as we've done on things like the bracelet here. But also, I love that it's shaded. You've got those different shades, which I can see you've used in your designs.
Yeah, absolutely. But because it is shaded, it allows you, it's like almost buying, say, 3 or 5 strands. But you've got all that colour in one strand. Yeah. So, I mean, it's, you know, really, really good for you. You know, when you want to just pick out some of the lighter tones and keep them together, or for the centre of a flower, you maybe want some light and then dark on the outside. It's perfect.
It's perfect for that. So it's really going to open up your creativity, actually, isn't it? Adding to the situation, something that can most certainly stand alongside lovely emerald is pearls. And these strands are fab. How are they to work with?
Beautiful. And the drill hole in them is good.
Is it?
Yeah, it is good. I got 7, because I've done quite, you know, with the beading, with the thread. So, you know, I've got quite the monofilament. So on some of the designs, you'll see it has to go through the drill hole several times. Yeah. And that's no problem. No.
These are your freshwater cultured pearls, and they are a 6x5. Again, they are created by Mother Nature. They're created in a mollusk, and the smoothness of these is exceptional. You can see the luster point on these, can't you? I mean, you can see those clear, crisp, clean lines on there, not diffused at all, which is really beautiful. I think that as a selection is spectacular.
It's a perfect, I mean, I know Pip does a wonderful, wonderful job, but they are perfect together. The size, the shape, wonderful. And look how many pearls you get. I mean, there's just, you know, they go on and on.
Yeah. And the thing I love about the sizings that we've put in these is the fact that actually with things like the rounds of the emeralds, sometimes, because we are used to getting smaller emeralds than this, we are very used to it. Sometimes when you have a smaller emerald, to put it with too larger pearls can outweigh it, but actually for once the emerald are actually larger than the pearls.
Yes, yeah, which I think makes them, and that's what I've tried to do in a lot of the pieces, to make them the focal.
Yeah.
Because they are, you know, we don't often see emeralds in that shape and that large. No. So that is a very special strand. It
is extremely, extremely special, isn't it? Now, can I just ask you something? Cast your mind back before you found us. How much would you be expecting to pay for a genuine emerald, 100 carats worth, in big, bold selections like this? Before you found us. I would say genuinely, you know, £150, £200 would be my expectation. for one like this and for shading like this, maybe even more than that actually. But to play it safe, let's say about 200 I would expect. And you may well be new and you may well be expecting that price as well, and the price that we're going to show you, you might think, hang on, I don't understand how that works. So I'm going to very quickly explain to you how we have very, very good personal relationships with mine owners. We are, you know, we're not just ourselves, we have sister channels, which means we're able to get really good deals and bulk buy purchases. And, you know, we are trusted here. And essentially what we do is we don't rack up the price tag on this like some places do. We keep it fair and we give you the best deals we can possibly give to you. This, as a selection, isn't going to be £150. It's not even going to be £100. Your price point today for 100 carats worth of emerald and 2 strands of genuine, real, not glass, not plastic, freshwater pearls is just £29.95, and that's without telling you that I'm getting entire findings packs with this, with things like your meters worth of chain and those gorgeous star head pins as well. And it's also getting in there the cord ends, which I feel like I haven't seen in absolutely ages. And you're getting your threading material pack with this as well, including things like your elastic, your monofilament, and your beading thread. All of that for under £30 is astonishing.
I mean, can you imagine if you were just starting out with your jewellery making, and you thought, and you might be thinking, well, I'm gonna work with just, you know, say glass beads or something like that. You know, don't do it. Get that kit, because it's everything you need to make several wonderful pieces of jewellery, and it's real pearl and real emerald.
Yeah. It's the real deal.
Yeah.
Beautiful jewellery, Claire. I can't remember the last time we had emerald round, so had to get the kit. And these are these pearls are perfect. And that's from guest designer Janet. Hello, Janet.
Well, if anyone knows, Jan is because she's the pearly queen, isn't she? Yeah.
Isn't she? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jan, you're absolutely going to love this. It's really unusual to get those rounds in. You're totally right. Hello, Susan. Definitely over £100 for the emerald. I'd expect to pay. Beautiful colours, so unusual. I agree with you. I do think we become nonchalant about it. I do think we get used to the prices. Do not forget, this is genuine, real deal emerald. If you wanted to go out and buy an emerald ring, even 2 carats worth, you could be paying literally thousands for just a couple of carats. I've got 100 carats worth here, and with the pearls and the findings pack and the monofilament, the elastic, and with that beading thread, just £29.95 is astonishing. Had to have the kit, says Laura in Cheshire. Yeah, you do, because it's unusual for us to have an amazing price like this, but on emeralds that we very rarely see in that shaded colour, in those rounds and in those shapes as well. Hello, Veronica says, hi, lovely ladies. I swore that I wouldn't buy today because of bargains from yesterday. But how can I resist? Claire, do you do workshops? You should be.
Well, Veronica, yes, I've got my first workshop actually. It's on the 8th actually.
The 8th of August.
Yes.
Doing?
Wire writing.
How exciting is that?
Very excited.
Is there any spaces left?
I think there might be, yes. I think there might be a few. Yeah, I think
Give
3.
a little call in. Workshops, you come here, you can come and sit in in the workshop room over there. We've got the Sunday Experience ladies in there at the moment. They're super glam today. Look at them. Look at them. See the lady in the yellow? I won't lie to you, I'm planning on stealing something from her later. It's her opal ring.
Oh.
But I have given her the heads up that I'm planning on stealing it, so she's gone ahead. You haven't spotted it.
Now I have to go and see.
Tell you what. You chat, I'll distract.
Okay.
So I have got, you know, you've got a massive amount in here, and if you do want to come into one of the workshops, do feel free to ring that number. Anne Stevens. Hello, Anne Stevens. Morning, Becky, Claire, and crew. Can't wait for Claire's kits. I love her designs and inspiration. Any pearl threading today? We haven't got any today, I'm afraid. Deal not keep eyes peeled for you, though, Anne. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
lovely. £29.95. This is flying out of the door, so get it whilst you can to get yourself round emeralds for that price. Astonishing. And do you know what these would go great with? The chrome diopside. Oh, way up. Marie.
Yay! Brilliant. I can't wait, Marie. I'll be too excited to. I'll be like, yeah!
She's coming to your workshop. She's counting down the days. Love that.
Yeah, I'll be Yeah, I'll have to drink no coffee for that day then.
Yeah,
I'll
please
be
don't
nice
just-
and calm and serene.
Please don't just be stood there going, yay, for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 8
I'll try not
hours
to,
worth.
Marie, I promise. I promise.
Bless you, thank you for that, Marie. We look forward to seeing you. Okie pokely, I don't have many left, so we better get started. What are we learning today, please?
We're going to do some a little bit of the beading, a couple of the beading patterns, and we'll see how we go.
So this is going to be perfect for beginners, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It really
If you
is.
are brand spanking new today, you can learn this technique, and you've got everything you need in this kit for just £30. You've got everything you need. All you need is some cutters, and that's basically about it. Get some pliers that we had on before, and you're pretty much sorted. And you can make some brand spanking new. And don't forget, with your first order, you get a free DVD with helps and tips, and a free book on it as well. And it's £2.95 postage and packaging from midnight till midnight. Doesn't matter how many things you get. So treat yourself today, and our Boxing Day sale continues throughout the morning show. So genuinely come in and get the treats, because you may as well open your baskets now whilst you can, because I know at some point today you're going to fall in love with something. You really are. Okay, with you.
Okay. So what I've done for the purposes of the demonstration, so it's a little bit clearer for everybody to see, I'm not going to do it with the emeralds and the pearls because it will just get lost. So I've picked like a brighter gem
shades.
from
Okay.
So but you are, you know, I've managed to do it, so you can, it's just for the purposes of the demo.
Fab.
So if we start off, so if you take your monofilament, and always what you need to do is work with a little bit longer than you think you need, because if you're doing beading patterns, what you don't want to do is
Run out.
Yeah, and then you can't. You need to either cut it all apart and start again, or cut short your design. So that's the one we're going to do. We're going to do that one with the centre flower that was just on the shop then. So if I start off, I would probably take, if you start at maybe about 70 centimetres of your monofilament. So if we start with that, and what I'm going to try and do is deal with a little nemesis, which is the crimp bead and the crimp cover.
You do get those in your findings pack as well with this kit.
Yeah. So, and once you get the hang of them, they can either go, sometimes they work perfectly, well, I work perfectly with them, and sometimes I don't. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be okay. So I'm doubling up the monofilament. So to equal length, so I've just, I've got my finger at that point in that middle bit there.
Got ya.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to thread on a jump ring to that centre point.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to thread both bits of the monofilament through a crimp. And what I want to do, I always find when I first started making jewellery, I would push that crimp right up to the jump ring there, and I tend not to now, because I find you don't really have very much movement, and that's going to put a bit of stress onto the monofilament, which you don't really want to do. So if you just let it drop just a couple of millimetres, so you can see there, so it's just dropped down just slightly there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to give it a little squidge. Now there are different ways, and different designers use different tools for doing their crimps. I always watch Jan, because she's really, really great at it and makes it look really easy. And you can use the crimping pliers as well. So I'm going to show you how I do it, hopefully. So what I'm doing, I'm gripping, so I'm using two chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to grip the one side of the crimp and grip the other. I haven't got the shakes, there we go. And I'm just bending that back towards itself. So you can see there, I've just bent that. You see? So it's not flat anymore.
No.
Now what I'm going to try and do is just squidge, again, with my chain nose pliers, squidge that crimp and close it. So it might take a couple of goes. And there we go. So I've just squidged it in half. So can you see that? So it's gone really small there. Then with my cover, I'm just going to hold that down, so that's in that little, so my monofilament is out the way, and I'm going to give just a little squidge, little pressure all around, keep it nice and even, move it round, and just try and close it really gently. I think that people encounter and have problems Well, no, I do. If you try and do it too quickly, and then you just have a tendency to squash it all up. So there we go. So you've got your jump ring, your crimp, which is hidden underneath your crimp cover, and your 2 strands.
Fab.
So we can actually get started now. So that was good, wasn't it?
Well
there
done,
were no
you.
disasters yet.
No, well done you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yet.
Yet. Yeah.
So much faith in yourself, Claire.
Yeah.
Only 23 of these left, and I've got, by the looks of it, about 18 in baskets. So please do check out, because that emerald alone at £30 would be a bargain. The fact of the matter is you're getting 2 pearls, strands and a findings pack and all your threadings as well. That price is genuinely astonishing. So do check out. 22 left and now 19 in baskets.
Okay, so when we start, so like I say, I'm using different gems so that you can see the contrast of how we do it. So I've got the 2 strands of monofilament together, and I'm going to thread onto both of the strands together 5 gems. So these are the smaller ones. So these would be the pearls. So 5 on, and it's quite easy to remember because it's all in sets of 5. It's just where the thread goes through the gems. So it's all in groups of 5. So makes it slightly easy to remember. This is a really simple beading pattern. So, and it does help if you, because if I were doing it at home now, I would be either have my glasses on or I'd be like this. So, obviously you will find that a lot easier. So you've got your 5 on there. Now what we need to do, we want to take, so this would be where we'd add an emerald on. So for this one I'm using, because it's a larger, slightly larger gem, and you would have a look at your strand of emeralds and pick out, you know, have a look at the graduation in size, have a look at the, you know, the different colours, and, you know, have a, when you can see how the pattern works, you know, lay it out first before you actually put the thread through.
Yeah.
And see what works best, sort of, you know, size-wise and tone-wise. So we've got, that would be our emerald. It looks a little bit like a caterpillar's body, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Friendly caterpillar, Uzi. The hungry caterpillar I'm talking about.
So now, again, at this point we need to split our 2 threads.
Yeah.
So if we go back and we take the pearls, so again we're working in sections of 5. So we want 5 on this bottom thread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And take the other one. And we want another 5 on here. So keep going. So you've got your 5 on both sides. So it's really a case of splitting the 2 threads and then bringing them together at certain points. So we've got our 5, 1 gem, 5 and 5. And what we need to do, now we're going to do the flower, so we need to bring them back together. So if we take, again, groups of 5, so these will be our emeralds. Just pop them there. What we're going to do, we're going to bring these, I'm going to take one of our emeralds and pop through, so 1 on the one side. Now what we need to do, we need to get this one, and we need to crisscross through this gem. So I've gone through the one side, and I want to take the thread from the other side and cross through, she says, cross through on that side and bring them together. So you can see that is the start, so that's the first petal of our flower. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add on to the bottom another 2. So we've got 1 and 2. So we've got the bottom half of our flower. And so with the top thread now, we're going to take just 1 standard one, and then with this second one we're going to crisscross through this one. So I've gone the bottom thread through and the top thread where I've just threaded the 1 gem onto, and we're going to bring that together. So you can see there, that's created our flower shape. So now what we do, we repeat, and this is a really nice, it's a nice pattern that you can continue. I mean, I've just done it with one focal flower, but you can continue that. You can just keep repeating and repeating for however long and for however many gemstones you've got. So now on this bottom, I'm going to add my 5. And again, take that and repeat at the top. So although it might look, I mean, it doesn't look that complicated, but if you've never tried it before and you think, oh, I don't know how to do that, if you try and remember, it's groups of 5 every time.
Every time. And then it will be easy to remember. And don't forget, if you are brand new, you can watch us back on YouTube, and actually we're repeated in the night as well. But just go to YouTube and type in YouTube JewelleryMaker, and then it'll have a selection of the latest programs on today. We're the morning show. Make a note of today's date, and then when you get this kit home, you can actually watch this section back. We're about almost an hour in, and watch it back and then make along at home. So it's a great little tool for you to use. There is a text in. Hello Donna, morning all. Little girl gone to 2-hour party with Daddy, which means I have JM all to myself in peace.
Lovely.
Yay! Loving the designs already by the fab Claire. Thank you for that, Donna.
Thanks,
Enjoy
Donna.
your 2 hours off, because you deserve it. It can be very, very hectic. You deserve it. Have fun. Hello, Victoria. Sleigh for sale, says Mrs. Christmas. So if anyone's looking for a sleigh, do feel free to get in touch with Mrs. Christmas. What a good idea, instead of using beading thread all the time. What gauge of wire is best to wire-right? I think Claire is fab, and that is from Andrea.
Thanks, Andrea. That's really nice. Thank you. I would start, if you're just starting off with wire writing, I would start with have a little play maybe with a 0.6. I wouldn't say that would be that useful, but it just gives you a feel for it. Then work up to do 0.8, and then I'd say if you want it in your jewellery, a 1 mil is probably best.
Wood.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you can come along to the wire writing class on the 8th. If you do want to, just ring up on the number at the bottom of your screen. By the way, 19 less 14 in baskets. So you're just repeating that on the other side.
So you can see, I'm gonna group those. So I've got the 5 on each, so they're separated, and to bring those together, just as I did on the other side, just bring that one.
Both.
So you can see there, you know, straight away you would
do that design and then just 5 more on the end.
and it just repeats it. That's and then fab. You've got a lovely, you know, centerpiece of a necklace.
And that is how you get that beautiful necklace there. Thank you so much for showing us
very
that.
Welcome.
We've had loads of people messaging asking when the black bust is in, and I just wanted to show you what we're talking about. This is the black bust. It just so happens that a piece of Claire's jewellery's on it. But I'm just showing you this black bust that we are going to be showing you later on, which I think will fit a number of different looks. You know, a number of, not just looks like that. You know, looks like this. I love this piece. 95 silver wire. That's the second kit, by the way. But the bust is coming up for you at about 10:30. Well, between 10 and 10:30, so stay tuned. Now, though, we're going to head over to have a look at what you've been making. We call this our Wall of Fame. How does it feel?
Bit strange.
Does it? Do you normally stand on this side?
I
then?
always stand on.
I like to mix it up a bit.
And I only just realised that normally, you know, when you hold it up, if you're holding it up, I like to have a look, so I come round here and go like this.
Oh, right.
But I've only just realised if I looked in there, I would see it.
Yeah.
That's only taken like nearly a year to work out. So I can't guarantee what it'd be like here.
I am so glad
just get on
that
with
you
things?
are better at jewellery making than working out where a camera's meant to be. We've got a text in from, who's it from? From Robert. Hello, how are you? It says, I have just got this kit for my wife for our pearl wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Oh, that's lovely, Robert. Oh, that's really nice.
Oh, Robert, you are going to
Well
have
done.
big bonus points. That is so, so lovely. And to have it with emerald as well. That is so thoughtful.
It is, that's lovely.
Oh, Robert, you little love. Well done to you, and I hope you have a fab day tomorrow. Okay, get started.
Okay, I've got 104. This is, look at that wire
Neat
work.
as you like.
This is from Kirsty Atkin Banks. It says, hi, all you fab people at JM. Oh, due to ill health, I haven't entered the Wall of Fame for a while. Now I'm on my way to full health again. That's good. Thanks in part to being entertained by you daily, keeping my spirits up. This is a wire-wrapped agate druzy necklace with suede necklace, all components from JM. Keep the bargains coming, complete with the fun and education. Thank you for being there for me. You are all awesome and do a great lifeline. That's from Kirsty. That's wonderful, Kirsty.
That's beautiful,
glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, glad you're feeling better. That is stunning. With high-end pieces like that, you know, imagine a few diamonds on there.
Be beautiful. Gorgeous.
A few nice faceted diamonds would be nice,
It
wouldn't
would,
they?
wouldn't it? Is that my challenge? No?
Look at this piece here. I love the colours of this. This is from Jackie in gorgeous Manchester. Hello. It says, good morning all. This is a set I made using rose gold copper small connectors and rose gold pendant with a few peach potato pearls. Everything from JM. I hope it's good enough for the Wall of Fame, and good luck to all who entered. Love and love from Jackie. Jackie, it absolutely is good enough. That is beautiful. The colour palette of it is sensational, and with those pearls,
Gorgeous.
bellissimo. 105 is your number, Jackie. Good luck.
This is 107. That's beautiful. Look at that set. This is from Anne Stevens. It says, hi all at JM. Here is my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a fuchsia tiger's eye on 925 sterling silver suite made for my niece for Christmas. Lucky niece. She saw the tiger's eye on JM one day whilst at mine and fell in love with it. I would like to say a big thank you to all at JM for making gems affordable and available to each and every one that has a passion like myself. Love the show and presenters and of course the team. It really brightens my day. Well, yeah, she is a very lucky niece, isn't she, for Christmas?
Anne, who messaged in before, didn't she? Anne, thank you so much for a lovely, lovely message. And I tell you what, your niece is going to adore. Yes, that looks so high end. I've got a lovely, beautiful colour piece here. It's 106. Says, hi all. Here's a photo of the of my beautiful niece, Megan, wearing a leather choker I made for her with turquoise discs and pewter spiral beads. All material from JM, of course. This was done as a macrame piece, and she was really pleased with the result. I also made it earrings and a bracelet to match, and that is love from Jan. Jan, that is a beautiful photograph. Thank you for sending that in, and a really high fashion piece as well.
It is.
Really high
beautiful
fashion.
Niece and beautiful jewellery.
Beautiful necklace
all
as
beautiful.
well. 106 is your number. Good luck to you.
I've got 108. I love, look at that stamping, I love it. This is from Fiona Clements. It says, teachers' gifts, end of term at primary school, teachers, teaching assistants and a couple of extra special people in school using the Crashing Waves kit purchased a few Sundays ago. Would love to become a budding beader but not sure how to apply. Oh, I think you can find, can't you find out on the, is it on the Facebook page? I'm not sure. I think you have a look there.
Yeah, at the minute, yeah.
If you think I'm up to the challenge, do get in touch. My blog also regularly features JM. Good luck to all. Thanks, Fee. They're fantastic.
Love personalised gifts.
Yeah,
how thoughtful is that?
Lucky.
But your teachers, all the teachers loved them. Thank you very much for that. 108
Gorgeous.
is your number. Okie pokely.
Good luck.
I've got loads coming up after the break. Something to really add a little bit of a spring to your step is these beautiful mint pearls. I've got the bust coming up. I've got diamonds coming up. I've got faceted chrome diopside and more. It's Boxing Day sale continuing in a few minutes.
Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she takes you on the fascinating journey of creating face canes using polymer clay. In each chapter, Debbie will guide you through how to create each part of the face. Then, with the final chapter, advance your skills and learn how to add detail and character to your piece. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Maris has been my expert on amber for many years, and I've been getting it wrong about how old amber is.
Yeah, because you can't test amber by any physical or chemical method. You only can test it by the the place where you find it, what kind of rocks it's in, and what's above it.
Yeah.
That's how you can estimate that it's minimum 45 million years of age. But the top age it can be is even 175 million years of age.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So without being able to carbon date the gemstone, all those stories, in fact I've been very wrong in all the articles I've written, because I've been looking and talking to people about the Baltic as it comes in from the shore here. But inland they've now dated it as a minimum of 40 to 45 million years old.
Yeah, the minimum can be guaranteed.
Yeah.
The maximum age we don't know. Could be a lot more than that.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
My name's Leslie. Today I've been on the structured wirework course with Gemma Crow. It's been a fantastic day. I've been used to doing quite a lot of wirework, but always with smaller gauges, and I've been a bit wary of and to know what to do with the thicker gauges. And today Gemma's taken us through a beautiful torque necklace this morning that looked totally impossible when we first saw it, but it's really quite easy. She's made it very easy, very simple steps. And that's turned out brilliantly, and we're now working on bangles, and then we're going to do a ring, so we're covering a wide range of things that's going to give me the confidence to go back and be able to do some more at home.
Download the JewelleryMaker app today. You can watch our JewelleryMaker shows live, view all the details of the item that is currently on air, as well as browsing all the items from today's show. You can also minimize the video or switch to use as a companion app. Get the JewelleryMaker app today and boost your viewing experience.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Do you have a question that you need answering?
Well, did you know you can ask to speak to an accredited jewellery professional in our call centre?
Trained by the GIA, you can ask us any gemological question and we'll do our best to help.
We don't just sell gemstones, we know gemstones.
That's why when you buy from us, you're buying with confidence. Buy your genuine gemstones from genuine accredited jewellery professionals. This is an important announcement to all our Freeview customers. From July 28th, JewelleryMaker will be moving to Channel 76. You'll be able to watch us between 8 AM and 12 PM, so make sure you retune your TV and join us on our new Freeview home.
We've got really special pearls here for you because they are big, they're bold, and they are perfectly formed. That, as just a neckline piece, for me, is pure elegance. I've already got people flying in for this. I've already got people coming in for this. If you've just joined us, hello. Maybe you've just woken up. Maybe you know it's Sunday. Maybe you've had an hour lie in. Morning, everybody. It's Boxing Day today because we had Christmas Day yesterday here, didn't we? So Boxing Day. What happens on Boxing Day? Yeah, you eat all the leftover buffet. Yeah. You feel a bit tired in the morning, don't you? Tired, she says. You know what I mean? Yeah. True. You're slightly bored of all the rubbishy board games. Yeah, very true. All of those things. You spend most of the day watching NAF TV. Yeah, apart from that, sales. We have got a Boxing Day sale here for you today, and we're going to be doing astonishing prices. Let's just say, this is astonishing price I'm going to do on this for you. I've got here for you these mint cultured pearls, and they are seriously sizable. They are really large pieces. We've got 9 mils on here, so your luxury size pearls in elements on these. I'm joined today by a little ray of sunshine I like to call Claire. Hello.
Hello.
Claire, what would you be doing with these pearls, please?
I think if to me, because it's like wedding season, isn't it? So I think they would, you know, like the pastel colours of bridesmaids, or mother of the bride, things like that. But yeah, I do like what are you about to put those with them?
Yeah.
I think that might be a good combination. Oh, look. Wow.
Hello, Russian chrome diopside that's been faceted. Yeah. I love the idea of them as they are mother of the bride or bridesmaids colours, aren't they? Perfect for that. That bust is coming up for you in a little bit, so do stay tuned for that one. These are just beautiful. Now, I could sit here and talk to you about how that colour itself is really nice and fresh and really off this season. I could sit here and talk to you about how actually these are really, really large size and they are stunningly beautiful. I could also talk to you about the fact that, you know, the process of these and how long they've taken Mother Nature to create is exceptional. I could also sit here actually and talk to you about how we've seen changes in the prices of our pearls. I'm sure a lot of you will agree, you know, we've seen changes in the price of our pearls because our pearls are getting better quality than they were maybe a year ago, and also they are getting bigger, they are getting more luxury sizes. I could sit here and tell you all of that, but I'm not. I'm just going to point. Your price point today, I'm going to poke it. £14.95. That was the Boxing Day tab to take down that price for you today. We have just boxed that price down. It's £14.95 for you today. Now that is a launch price offer. That is a price point that is for today only. It's a price point that for you we are bringing to you at an exceptional deal, but it's for here, it's for now, and we've just taken it down. Should have been £18 essentially. It's £14.95 for you right here today. That is a launch price offer only. I mean, come on, these are your luxury size pearls. I've got 9 million areas on these luxury size pearls. Look at if I show you them, this with it touching at the back, to give you an idea. Sorry, my mic is in the way, but to give you an idea, that is just so beautiful. Look how fresh it looks against the skin. Look at the femininity this is going to bring to you. It's really stunning. Becky, please stop. We'll have to rent out reindeers. Those pearls are gorgeous. Mrs. Christmas, which one are you going to rent out first? Which one should Mrs. Christmas rent out first?
Not Rudolph.
No, not Rudolph. You won't be able to see. That's lunacy. Don't be silly, Claire.
Dancer?
Who?
Is it Dancer?
Dancer.
No, it's that one? Dasher.
Yeah, Dancer. All right, yeah. Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid. Any of them. Any of them. Blitzen. Obviously, Blitzen could go, couldn't he?
Yeah.
He could go for a bit. Just rent him out for a bit. It's fine. Thank you for that, Mrs. Christmas. Lots of you treat yourself to these. I can't stop. I'm sorry, it's Boxing Day. I'm not allowed to stop with the non-stop deals. £14.95 for you now. Well done to everybody who's got those ones. I'm about to bring you something that I myself haven't seen in a long time. It helps create this. Great for beginners. Beginners, you can do this. You can create this in a matter of minutes. It helps create this. It also helped create this. Two very different looks, two very different designs, two very different levels. We've got something that is so elegant and so crisp and so clean and great for beginners. And then we've got something that looks very, very intricate, that looks very, very difficult to do, but actually, with the tool I'm about to bring you, beginners can create this look too. And don't forget, clasps as well, we can make with the tool I'm about to bring you. This is going to give you such a glamorous professional finish. This is going to give you such an intricate, detailed look, and it's going to give it to you really quickly, really simply, without any faff. And all you have to do today is get your hands on the Gizmo. But it's not just any old Gizmo. It's the professional Gizmo, back by popular demand. This is a special Gizmo here for you. It is so much larger than that of the usual ones we do. It is so easy to use. There's more rods to use with this. It is absolutely exceptional piece of kit for you to get your hands on. Now, we do have Gizmoing DVDs, just $4.95. Go and look on the website. They are so great to follow. They're only about an hour's worth of tutorial, and they will show you things like exactly how to use it, even how to set it up, the different designs you can do with it, how to do different looks. But essentially, let me show you what it is. Usually, our usual Gizmos, the rods, here's a little bit of footage from it. Usually the Gizmo rods itself are very small, but actually look at the size of the rods we've got on these. Now that means that with a Gizmo itself, you don't have to, say if you're doing a neckline piece, you can do a full neckline piece like this, as opposed to our smaller rods where you might have had to do a little bit of Gizmo and then maybe stop and then add another bit of Gizmo on. You can do one whole neckline piece with this. You get all of the tools you need to clamp it down onto your table to help with the rotation of things. All we have to do is put your rod in here, you just tighten it up, and then as you turn this around, it obviously turns the wire, you're holding the wire here, and it turns the rod, and so you get that gorgeous Gizmo look. You've also got the, because these are longer rods, you also get the extra end for the end of the rod to go in. So if I sort of show you how it would look, if I show you really simply, we are getting the DVD in, are we? We're going to find it. We're going to put it in the show for you now, so don't worry about going and having a look online. We'll bring it on the show. So you're going to be getting a look like this. This is how it's going to be within both ends to give you that support and that security. And like I say, it's really, you've seen me set it up there. Obviously I've not put it on the table, but you've seen me set it up there. You don't just get one rod either, loads of you coming in. We're going to bring the DVD for you in a bit. Loads of different sized rods in here as well. There's only one in right now, but there are you can see in the picture you will be getting a lot of different rods. 5 different rods, and they are all in different sizes, so there's really dainty ones for something really super fine. You see this design here? You see this sort of look here? With the smallest rod you're going to get a look similar to this, so really dainty. Whereas on the more medium-sized rod you're going to get more of a look like this, so a bit bulkier. But on the biggest rod, you're going to get really nice chunky designs, much more like this kind of shape. You've got our most professional Gizmo tool, and you are getting it for an astonishing price, backed by popular demand. Your price point? Just £24.95, and you can see how easy that is to use. That's literally it. You hold your wire and it does it for you in moments. You could do cuffs, you could do clasps, you could do borders on designs, you can make yourself some really phenomenal looking pieces, and it takes such a little amount of time. Have you ever sat there and tried to get this look? Because I've done it myself. Sat there and tried to get it and turn your wire, and then it goes a bit baggy at one point. You have to undo that bit and then squidge it back up, and then you're going around it again, your arm starts to get a little bit achy, and then you've only done that section. With this, it's not like that at all. With that, it is not like it at all. This does it in moments, it does it professionally, and it saves you all the hassle, really. Lots of you coming in and getting this. It is your professional tool. It is our best Gizmoing coiling that we have, and it's only £24.95. Now, Claire, I know you've worked with your Gizmo coiler before. For you, what's the greatest thing about this tool?
What I use a lot for is, and if you watched Alison yesterday, she did a similar thing. I use it on the outside. If I make hearts, so you've made your coil, and if you pull it out, like Alison did yesterday to make the angel's hair, it just gives you, you get either like a tight coil, or it just pulls it out and it just gives it a little wave, and then you can sort of stitch that round as an outline. You know, I use it on hearts particularly, but yeah, it is, I mean, it's a wonderful tool.
It's great as well if you're into your chainmail. And I've got to say that if you're into your chainmail, this for me would be the best tool, because this has the largest rods that we have. So that means that you can make things like your, you know, your 5mm jump rings, for example, or your 6mm jump rings, and higher from that, which our original Gizmo coilers you can't, because I think the thickest on it, the original is something like a 4 point something. These ones are much better for making your jump rings on, and will save you a lot of time and effort. I have got the DVDs coming up for you in a moment or two, so do get your hands on these ones. if you want to. So do stay tuned, because we have got these coming up for you, sorry, the DVDs coming up for you in a moment or two. Now the graphics have gone off your screen, but don't worry, I do still have some available. Everyone just has to check out right now whilst you can. Well done everyone who got that. We don't have that on often at all, you know it, I know it. Okay folks, coming in now is your Gizmo DVD. Edition 1. Let me show you here. This is your edition 1 of the, oh sorry, you're showing edition 2, sorry. It's alright. Edition 2. Don't worry, this isn't like Lord of the Rings where you have to have read the first one. You can well, you can get both. But this, if you want to get your hands on this one today, this is going to show you really the steps of exactly how to use this. Of course, it's got lovely Rachel Norris in it herself, and she's going to be showing us how to make things like these rings that you can see here. This gorgeous cuff is also on the DVD, and it shows you how to do your bales as well. It's really simple to do. We know our DVDs that we have here for you will show you step by step exactly how to use these. Now, truly, the RRP on these is a sensational price point. You know, the RRP on these is £9.95. You can see it right there. But actually, what we do on show for you is we give you a naughty little cheeky price so that you can get the inspiration, so that you can get the ideas, and so that you can watch them back time and time again. And the cheeky little price isn't £9.95, it's £4.95 for you today on these ones, to get your hands on around an hour's worth of tuition that you can watch at your own pace, that you can watch at your own rate. Because some people I know will watch a DVD and then make notes and then watch it again and then try and make it. I know some people will try and make along as they watch it. It depends on your learning style, it depends on how you find best to learn. But either way, these are going to be great for you, because once you've got it, you don't just watch it once. It's not like a subscription fee where, you know, sometimes if you download something you can watch it once and then it goes. This is yours to keep and to use time and time again. So £4.95 on that one for you. Well done everyone. That is number 2. We're doing the other one now? And we're doing number 1 here. So this is your projects DVD, and this is the really basics of your gizmoing. It's going to give you really nice, simple but fresh designs, such as the flower here. And actually, how lovely would things like those pearls in the centre be on that flower? It'd be fab, wouldn't it? So with this one, you get more taught about kind of the shaping of things. It's more of a sort of individual style and design, with things like your flowers on here and with things like your leaf designs, and how to really simply shape things with that Gizmo coil which you've just got. Your price point today is your wire gizmoing project at £4.95. And don't forget, we've just brought to you the professional wire gizmo coiler, and that's exactly what we're going to need to use to get our head around these DVDs and exactly how to use it. So grab them both today. Have you got some wire in your stash? Have you got loads of wire in your stash? You bought loads and loads of kits, you've got loads of wire in your stash. This is a great way to use your wire. Great way to use your wire. Where do you buy it from? Dion's just gone, ask what she's talking about. If you're talking about the Gizmo coil, you buy it here. It's at the bottom of your screen now. It's ZYZX16 for you. I hope that's right. I hope that helps. I hope that's what you meant. Well done everyone who's come in and got those ones. Do get your hands on the DVD if you've got your hands on the tool itself. Really nice, simple designs on this, and kind of taking it a step further with this, a second edition. But trust me, this is one of those things you're going to get hooked on. It is one of those things you're going to get really hooked on. Hello, Donna. I have both of these, and they are the first DVDs I ordered when I started jewellery making, and they are fab and so easy to follow. Great designs on them. Thank you very much for that, Donna. It's lovely to hear your reviews. If you heard that noise, sorry, it was my shoe falling off. £4.95 on that one for you today, and do treat yourself to both of them if you want, because it's 2 hours worth of tuition. And think about it, you could go and and go on a workshop. And maybe not really love things like your gizmoing project, so do look after it. Someone's asked what, sorry? Sorry, producer Dion's chatting to me. I have got for you here your £4.95 wire gizmoing project DVD. So well done to everyone who got your hands on that one. We're going to bring you the bust now. What have you got there, Kerry? Carrie? Carrie? What are you up to, love?
Wow.
Carrie?
Thank you. Am I allowed one of these ones? After I've got it, thank you.
Who are these from? Oh, it's from Lady Opal herself. Oh, thank you so much.
Wow.
I'm going to go for the massive one if that's all right. Is that okay?
Thank you.
So good. Cassie's just walked in and gone, so good. She's clearly already eaten hers. Thank you. You can come again. So I've got for you here your black velvet necklace bust, and it is one of our most popular of all of the busts that we do here because it has got that elongated look to it, and it is that beautiful velvet look as well. Oh my gosh, what is that? Claire, what's that?
Oh, it's got jam in it.
Stop it! Claire! So
amazing.
we've got the bust. Well done, everybody who's already checking it out. This is a lovely velvet bust, and we're just going to take a moment or two now to ask Claire exactly why she likes the black velvet bust.
Well, for the same reasons as the white one, but I think with the black one, different gems, different wires. You know, it shows up. I think when we come in, the designers come into the studio, you have a little bit of an idea of whether you want. I would normally say put the silver onto the black bust because I think it really highlights, shows up, you know, the different contrast. I'm finding it so hard to speak to you when you're. I'm feeling really envious.
Claire, mine's got jam in too.
Jam and chocolate.
So good. Carry on. Tell us more.
So when I come in, I would think, I would probably put the gold onto the white. I might change my mind, you know, but that's what I would think. I'd probably think gold and white because I think it shows it up, and the silver against the black. And I also think if you've got a craft stall, you don't want just a big expanse of white busts. You need to have a little bit of the, you know, colour definition. Yeah. For things to stand out. So if you had that black bust like you've got it there, you know, in between the two white busts, that stands out, doesn't it? So you might want to put, you know, a focal piece onto that, and that's where people's eyes will be drawn.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. It's not jam, lemon curdy stuff like lemon marmalade. It is goes perfectly with the on top. Loads of you coming in for this one. You obviously all agree that this is going to be a great one for us to get our hands on. You decide. Let me just show you different pieces against the black and see what you think. See what you think kind of colourway it looks like. What about... Can you see how that blue seems more profound on the black? Which is exactly what we were talking about earlier. I like the look of silver on black as well, myself. I think it makes it look more silvery, which I know sounds a bit silly, but I like the look of silver and black together. I love that we've just brought to you the white bust earlier on, which is at the bottom of your screen, and how the monochrome looks together. I mean, look at that as a stool. As a stand, maybe with these ones raised a little bit or lowered a little bit. You know, obviously I've got storage boxes coming up later which are perfect for these. I love that this is so long and that this is table length. It's a continuous full piece. Do you know what I really like the idea of? Having, say, a black cloth or something on your stall, it almost looking like it's kind of melting into your stall, I think would look just really, really high end. You know, if you had something like, you know, it looked like it's an entire piece, which I think is just so beautiful. It is padded as well, so you can pin into that one too if you wanted to do so, to either help you out with your designs or to help you out with kind of the looks of pieces. Then you absolutely can with this. It's beautiful for your elongated pieces, and the next kit we're going to bring you, I tell you, is going to look fantastic on these. Your price point is just £7.95 on this today. That's all you're paying for a really professional elongated bust, which truly is going to give you such a wonderful finish. It's not just about your stalls, it's about having it you know, in your house. It's about showing off your pieces, it's about decorating your own space and your own area. If you are going to be doing things like workshops, even in your house, you know, it's important to have your own pieces out so that people can understand and see exactly what you do. It's even about little things like photography. Have you got a website? Are you taking pictures to put on your Facebook page? You've seen on Wall of Fame, a lot of them do take pictures on busts because it does look professional. You can imagine how it would look. In fact, what I would... let me give you an example, if I may. Do you mind passing me one of your necklaces that you've got in the next kit?
Yeah,
I don't mind
sure.
which one at all. Perfect, thank you. Thank you so much. Now, this just as it's all to do with kind of the mind of purchase and the mind of buying. If I had this lay down here, it looks gorgeous because it's a stunning piece. This is from our second kit in a moment. It does look beautiful, it comes from a second piece, but you can't see it that well. And also, I can't imagine myself wearing this because I don't know how it would lie, I don't know how it would rest. As soon as it's lifted onto a bust, not only is it more of a focal point, not only does it look more professional, but you can see and imagine, right, I know where that's going to rest on my neckline now. I can actually see myself wearing this with a little black dress, say, and it does give it that really more kind of high-end, more professional finish than, say, if it were just lay down flat. And the thing is, that is for things like selling, but also, don't forget, it is for things like your dressing table. You know, your dressing table and the pieces you want to wear. If they're all just in a box, sometimes we don't delve into that box often. I know my most worn pieces, I have cuffs and rings that I wear all the time. Once that I put in a box, sometimes I'll look for something in that box and go, oh, blimey, I forgot I had that. I have mine out and ready to wear, and things like this make that easy. It makes it more accessible. Lots of you again multi-buying on this. Do feel free to multi-buy because well, because you can, but also using it for different pieces. Hiya, Fliss. I use the black bust for my longer pieces and the white for shorter pieces. Great idea, because this one, as you say, Fran, does go right down to the table. So it has got a really beautiful look to it. Thank you so much for messaging it in, and don't forget you can text us today, 60777, so text with the word JM Studio. Okie dokie, I've got something special now. We like to call it You Star By. Okay, this is not a drill. You need to get yourself on the phone right now. This is not a drill. Well, obviously it's not a strand of pearls, but we have got here for you something extremely, extremely, extremely special. I'm going to say to you, luxury size. I'm also going to say to you, genuine pearls. And I'm going to say to you, Dion Blue. It's Boxing Day here at JewelleryMaker, and hello, welcome if you're just watching. My name's Becky. It's really nice to have you on board on Boxing Day with us here today. We had Christmas Day yesterday because we are all getting ready as crafters and creatives. We need to get ready for things like our stalls and our fairs nice and early, and for making pieces for our best friends, we need to get started early. So we had Christmas Day yesterday, which means today, Boxing Day sale for you. And this is going to be a really special sale price offer. These are a luxury size because you're looking at around a 9x8. These are brand spanking new for you today, and they are beautiful blue. Now, if you've never met us before, it's lovely to see you. Dion is my producer, and she loves blue, don't you, Dion? Love, she's just sort of sung. She adores and loves blue, and it is a proper love. It's Dion's just gone, it's not weird, everyone's got a favourite colour. Well, yeah, we do have a favourite colour, but I don't yabber on constantly about my favourite colour and go, oh my gosh, you're wearing my favourite colour, or wow, the sky's my favourite colour, or everything. Oh, I better take the down in price because it's my favourite colour. You know, Look at what drink I'm drinking. It's a blue drink. Like, yeah, no, I don't decide. It's got blue. She's picked the cake with the blue case, and it goes far, Dion. It's more than usual, my love. It's so unusual and it's so sad. How many of us, be completely and absolutely honest, and you'll be doing the same at home, who know Dion, when you see something blue, do you instantly think, Dion? You do, don't you? When you see something blue, the amount of people who will instantly think Dion. Yeah, I do. You love it. I think it's sad, okay? I think it's very sad that I can be on my day off, just see something blue, and I think, oh, Dion, what not Dion's doing? I have got for you today a beautiful Dion blue cultured pearl strand, and I tell you what, I'm going to do something very special. It's Boxing Day. Oh, look, see? Sorry, Becky, I am with Dion. Gotta love blue. Jan Elizabeth, gorgeous name. Don't get me wrong, I understand, I do love blue. I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with blue, like Dion. Yeah, I think you have a blue problem, Dion, yeah. I have got here for you, see? You can't even finish a sentence without her going, and you've got a blue dress on. Yeah, I know. I thought about you when I put it on. I have got here for you today a really special cultured pearl strand, because guess what? It's Boxing Day. Well done, everyone who's already got it. Your names have gone off my screen. Oh, Robert, you've got your wife one. Is that for your pearl anniversary as well tomorrow? And Robert, you've got yourself one. Loads of other people have. Robert, you pay the same as everyone else. Everyone who's already bought it, well done, because guess what I'm about to do on the price of this? You know, we took the last $17.95 strand down to $14.95. Yeah. Do you remember that? Do you remember? That was fun, wasn't it? Wasn't that a good time? This is blue. £12.95 for you today. £12.95. We've just taken £5 off this purely because it's blue. The last strand of pearls I brought to you at £17.95. I tell you what, fantastic price point to take that down to $14.95. But at this price point, we have just taken it above and beyond. That price point, ladies and gentlemen, is something very, very, very exceptional. The price point of these two together, these two ones together that you can get your hands on today for way less than £30 is exceptional. You have got to get your hands on these whilst you can, because that is a Dion Boxing Day Blue Love price point. Oh, you know the Blue Cross sale? Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? It's like that. Oh, hello Aisha, how are you? It says, Dion, yours is obsessive when you tell your child to wear blue and he wants to wear green, but we love the discounts because of it. Absolutely agree with you, Aisha. Thank you so much for that. Hello, Martina. Hi, Becky. You better watch that Dion doesn't price slash you with your blue dress. You're right. Yeah, I'm right. Love that. Hello, Rosemary. Love blue. It's my favourite colour. And my birthday is on Boxing Day, so it's win-win for me. Thanks, Dion. Love you, babes. Happy birthday for today, Boxing Day. Why not? Why not? Happy blue birthday. Hello, Deborah. All hail Dion, the mightiest of all price slasher warriors. Deborah, you're starting to grate now. It's starting to grate that, because she is going to be picking this up. You watch out for her JewelleryMaker Facebook page now. Just change it entirely. Price slash warrior. £12.95 for you today. Well done. That is a naughty price. It's so naughty. In fact, I'm going to have to walk over to Claire and get my mind off that mischievous. So I am going to head on over to the lovely Claire to have a look exactly what she's been making, and I love this kit.
I love this kit.
This is the silver wire kit. Yeah. I'm not. There's a lot of silver wire you got, isn't there?
There is, and wonderful gauges as well.
Really?
Yeah, really useful gauges.
Why does that make a difference?
Because it's wonderful to have silver wire, but say if you've got all of just the one gauge, you're going to be very limited. Whereas if you've got a selection of gauges, you know, you can do your structural pieces. you know, you weave if you want to do some weaving, you know, rosary, the chain. So yeah, it's
loads you can do. I adore these pieces. I think these pieces are for any age. There's not many chances though. That's sensational, that, isn't it? I can't wait to own. I mean, look at that, look closer in person. No, I did not get the ring yesterday. No, I wasn't quick enough. It is a beauty, and look at that design. I mean, do you know what I mean by something that anyone could wear? I could see a 6-year-old little girl wearing this, but I could also see someone in their teens, in their 20s, in their 60s wearing something
it's
like
a very,
this.
very popular motif, isn't it? A unicorn. I think when I saw the druzy, straight away I thought, you know, like just very ethereal, you know, pretty fairies, unicorns, things like that, and that's where, you know, I've drawn mine, because they're a bit special, aren't they?
Yeah, they are really, really special. Very, very special. I adore these. These are so special because not only are they druzy, you get them in a selection of colours, but they're actually bezel set in 925. You have got here your druzy connectors that we have here for you. And look, they are set into the 925 that we've got here. That is so special, isn't it?
They are.
That we've gone to that extra mile to get these set into the 925 too. But that's because of the quality of them. Because of the quality of them, they are a sensational quality. You can see you get a selection of colours. So you will be getting 2 of the pink, 2 of the purple, and 1 of this just bang on trend kind of submarine blue. 25 by 14 mil on these ones today, for 5 of them in total. In fact, I'll get them all out just to show you that druzy can look so different. You can see the quantities going down dramatically quickly, probably because of those beautiful druzy, but also the 925 wire. I brought to you 925 wire the other day, and we had 2 spools. I've got 4 of them today. 0.8, 0.6, 1 mil, and 0.4. 1 mil, 0.8, 0.6, 0.4. Your price point today for 925 galore and druzy, just £39.95 for you today on all of that. That is a hefty amount of genuine precious metal wire that we have here for you to work with. It's going to go a really long way. You know, the 0.4, I've got 5 meters worth on there, so it's a great amount to work with. This is going to sell out any moment now. We don't get 925 on that often because it does take a lot of work to get our hands on it, but also to get the prices that we demand, those amazing low prices. You know, it does take us a while and quite a bit of bartering, so always get that whilst you can. Just before we start the demo, so I don't have to interrupt anybody, I will bring to you the second part of this, which is 925 galore as well. How are these ones to work with?
Oh, they're wonderful. I mean, I've used them as you know, the bit on the clasp. So I had a little play with them. I don't think I've bought them. I've brought them in because you can use. When I see things like that, I see them as the use of what they actually are. You know, tags. But you know, also that they're a decent amount of silver there, so you can manipulate them, and they've got, you know, a hole in 2 sides, so you can make, you know, little flowers, you know, there could be little petals, little fan shape. So, I mean, although I've used them on the jewellery that I've made here, you know, not just a tag, you know, as part of the clasp.
Absolutely, as part of the clasp. And if I show you, oh, you're a star, thank you. Show you on the back of this, using it as part of the clasp, that solidifies again that you're working with 925, because sometimes with some chains that we do, you know, for example, this chain here is 925. You know it's 925. You've bought it as 925, but it doesn't actually say 925 on it because it doesn't have a jump ring on the end, and we don't want to obviously, you know, be stamping onto the actual links. So just by popping one of those on to the end as a clasp, but also it guarantees that people know you're working with 925 there as well, which is special. I've also got, don't forget, this other chain which does have the clasp attached, because it's more of the necklace design that we have here. So it's that gorgeous link chain. It's an entire length for you there as well, and it does have that connector already attached, so it's an extender chain. It's already done and dusted for you there. I've got for you also some of these gorgeous spacers. These are just exceptional. They really are. These ones are, they're kind of the diamond speckled look, aren't they? And we say that because pieces that create this look, these disco beads, as they're called, are dimpled a lot of the time by actual diamond. So it's created by interrupting the surface of that special silver to give that really, really pretty look. And we've used it in the centre of these flowers here. It gives it such a good, gorgeous look. I've then got these faceted ones as well. Cutesy little faceted pieces. They are going to add so much sparkle. It's very rare that we bring you 95 spaces. Very, very, very rare. In fact, we don't even tend to bring them in the actual 95 findings packs. So great that within this selection, you are getting yourself approximately...
I think between the two it's about 50, between the two lots, the disco and the stardust.
Yeah, well, the disco has got 50 and there's 20 of the stardust, so it's 70 that we've got in total, which is fab. But don't forget, I have also got the findings pack for you with all of that gorgeous 925, things like the lobster claw clasps, these beautiful head pins, things like the shepherd's hooks as well, that are going to be in this piece, and your lobster claw clasp in there too. So loads in there. In fact, everything you see on screen is yours today for just £29.95 to get your hands on every single piece of that sterling silver. And don't forget, you are getting absolutely loads of pieces. I mean, you're getting a findings pack with 45 pieces in, but you're also getting those 95 tags, 50 of them. You're getting 50 of those beautiful spaces. You're getting 20 of the other kind of glimmer ones as well. Ooh! Your unicorns are fabulous. Mine looked like escapees from Dr. Murray's Island. Stunning corn. I love that.
Thanks, Jem.
Thank you, Jem, lovely lady. They are fab.
Thank you.
Let's get started on the techniques. This is about to sell out.
Okay.
What are we learning?
We're gonna do a flower.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. We're going to do the flower that, so you can see, and the ones with all those, making the most of those, the gorgeous spacer beads. I mean, you can see I've used the spacer beads as actual spacer beads, all through with like a rosary link on the 0.6 wire, because they're such a feature on their own, really sparkly. I love that contrast that you've got, you know, sort of like slightly dull on the one, and then the really, you know, totally sparkly on the other. But if we have a look at that flower, it's that flower there.
Yeah.
And this flower, it's a transferable design, so it will also work on the woven one as well. So, and I'll show you at the point where you would either add the centre point or where you would weave. Yeah.
Okay. Fab.
Okay. And I had to, because I've done a little bit of prep at home, so what you'll see at part of the demo, and I'll explain to you, is a lower gauge wire, because I'd used all mine 0.1. But if you can do it with the 0.8, but I think it works a little bit better, and you get more of that, because we're going to hammer it out, so you'll see more of that silver if you use the 1 mil. So I'm starting off, and I'm smoothing out any of the kinks. So with this wire, it's going to be slightly different from the you know, the copper, the plated wire. Thank you.
It's all right.
It's a lot. It is different to work with, and you would also, because you don't want to waste some of the wire, so have a little think. What I sometimes do is I might make a little prototype out of the plated wire. When I'm happy with it and I know the measurements, then I will go on to the sterling silver wire.
Okay, fab. Just so I don't have to interrupt you, we're about to bring in the information for these blue pearls, because both of those kits have sold out now. These are your blue pearls that are coming onto your screen now. Luxury size, luxury pearls. Dion took them from £17.95 to a redonkulous £12.95. If you want them, you've got to get your hands on them now, because actually, imagine these with that druzy you've just got in the kit. It's going to look sensational. Get them whilst you can. Okie dokie, I'm with you.
And what you might see as I'm working with it is that so I might get some black marks on my hands. Now that's fine. It all washes off. It's just that, you know, and you will have to spend. Well, it's entirely up to you what look you want. But I spend a bit of time afterwards polishing and getting rid of, you know, any of the marks on there. So if we start off with the 1 mil, and I'm going to use my bale making pliers. You can use, you know, if you've got a mandrel of any other sort, but I'm using the largest the largest part at the bottom. So what I want to do, I want to grip in between, and I'm going to start bending round, and you can see there just how easily this wire will form a shape. So I'm just going round, and I want to create my, and again this is entirely up to you. What I've done 5 petals, you know, as I say every time with flowers, it's entirely up to you. Some people, you know, absolutely convinced that the odd number looks better. Six petals looks great as well. It will just obviously depend as well on the diameter of your the coil that you make, because you want them to sit. Mine aren't overlapping, so that's another thing to think about. So if we have a look, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think if I just give myself a little bit, because I want a little bit of an extra tail. So what I'm going to do, so I haven't cut anything, I've still done this on the reel, so I've got minimal wastage, because you know it's not like you know, when you're working with the plated, you know, you want to keep everything that you don't use. So what we're going to do, we're going to splay out that coil just slightly, separate those rings, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to just bring that round, open it up a little bit, and then I'm going to leave myself a little bit of a tail here. Now I've got probably I'd say about 5-7 millimeters, which just gives me the option if I need to tuck that in and secure, which you'll see in a minute. So I'm just going to splay out all these coils so that they make separate circles, and I'm doing this with my fingers. You can use tools if you're more comfortable with that, but this, you know, it work hardens as you're working with it, this wire, but I can still manipulate it. So now you can see here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, but what I haven't done, I haven't used enough coils. So what all I need to do is put back in there and create my 5th loop. So again, in the same way, bring round, and I'm making that flower shape, and spend a bit of time getting the, you know, reasonably nice and even. We're going to still work it a little bit, so it will come out of shape, but if you get this bit, spend a bit of time there so it's evenly spaced. That will make a big difference when we start to hammer it. So we've got our 5 petals there. So what we're going to do, we're just going to kick that back out of the way. So now we work, and if you've seen any of my demos before, I do this design quite a lot. So it's what we want on there, just to give that flower a little bit more definition. We want to give a point to each of these petals. So just get that out of the way a little bit. So start off with the one you've left that little tail on. I'm going to pinch with our round nose pliers. So hold in the centre, and we're going to pinch to create like a lemon shape. So if I just squeeze down there, so I'm just squeezing, just move that tail out of the way. We're pinching there, so we've pinched it together, and then I'm going to bring that back out. So you can see it's given me that little point rather than the rounded edge.
I see.
And I'm going to work my way all the way around. Try and get my fingers out of shot. So I'm holding it there. So I'm holding the flower. See if I try and do it this way. So I'm pinching in the middle and squeezing together, bringing out and pushing it back into shape.
I see.
So you can see the difference it's going to give me. And what this also allows is when you're doing your weaving, it makes it a lot easier for you. So again, push together, because you've got a point to go up to. And the last one, so you can see what I mean, where it's going to come out of shape a little bit. If you just take it steady, and then it'll come back in. And you've still got, because you haven't cut it off the reel at this point, if you need to make this one a little bit bigger, you can do, because you haven't got rid of that tail yet. So this is where we might use this little tail. And what we want to do, because we haven't got a connected loop there, so we need to attach this to the petal next to it. So always bearing in mind the distances in between your petals. You want to keep that nice and even. So if we bend that down slightly, and I'm going to bring that through, and just through that centre there. Now don't worry about thinking, oh well, I can see that join, I can see that, because if you notice on the design, we're going to cover that. So if I just squeeze that there with my chain nose pliers, and what that's done, that's connected now. That is a much more solid
piece.
Yeah.
Fab.
So you can see there.
Lovely jubbly.
So what I'm going to do now, I've got that, so I'm now going to turn it over, because this is going to be the front, but what I want to do, I'm going to hammer. I'll just pop that there. So I've still got all of this on the reel. What I want to do, I just want to press it down onto my steel block, onto the block, and make sure that the only wires that I've got overlapping, if you have a look there, are just these centre points near the centre. And what I don't want to do, I don't want to hammer anywhere near those. So I'm just hammering. I'll just have a look here. I'm just going to hammer little gentle taps. And I might
we
use
do
both.
have this hammer coming up for you right now.
It's a brilliant hammer, this is. One with the interchangeable. It's great.
Why is it so useful to have the interchangeable heads?
I use both of them, but the weight on this one, you know, it fits into my into the little bag. If I want to, you know, it's nice and lightweight. If I want to, you know, it's great to transport because I'm not having to, you know, the larger ones. I love it. Brilliant.
Good for playing American judges as well, isn't it? So, you've got the interchangeable heads here, and as you can see, it does the job perfectly. I mean, you know, we've seen the wire and we've seen the... Do feel free to carry on hammering,
thank you.
You can see on the design how different that makes the wire look. Can you see how it gives that wire, that 925, more of that shine and more of that sheen? Now, especially when you're working with 925, you want to be real careful how you're hammering it. You don't want to start attacking, you know, a 0.6 925 wire with your normal big heavy hammer, because it is likely to scratch it, it is even likely to break it, and that's the last thing we want. This is so easy to carry around, and at £8.95 for 6 interchangeable heads, it is a sensational price. And don't forget, it does have the nylon on there as well, so if you've got coloured wires, then it's not going to be as likely to scratch or dull those coloured wires. And you do have the different kind of textures and points on there as well to give you a really great look. So get it whilst you can, £8.95.
Okay, so I'm going round, and it's little taps, because this is, you know, it's still really malleable malleable wire. But what that has done now,
strengthened a lot.
Massively.
Fab.
So I can feel, you know, really comfortable and confident that this is going to hold its shape now when it's put as a, you know, it's a component in a piece of jewellery that, you know, it needs to do a role. You know, it needs to be strong and secure, and when I'm wearing it, that I feel comfortable and confident that it's going to do its job, look pretty, but it's not going to fall apart. So by work hardening it like that with that hammer, you know, what you're allowing yourself to do is work with finer gauges of wire, work hardened.
Work hardened.
So,
great.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
So if we just now, to give, it's still a flat piece. So all I'm going to do, with my round nose pliers, I'm just taking it at an angle, and I'm just going to create little moves like that and bring it all the way around.
Fab.
And you can see how this will dome that shape. Now you can either leave it like that, so you've got that little dome effect, or to give it an added extra, just a little bit, just a little kick out, just at the tips. And you know, see what works, what you prefer. It'll still sit against the skin nicely.
Yeah.
Now all you need to do, again, bearing in mind you don't want to waste this silver wire. So if I just snip off there, because we don't have to worry about creating any finding at the back of this, because we're going to use these petals. We can just link them either. I think I've used a rosary link, or you can use a jump ring, whatever you prefer. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, because I haven't work hardened that section, so I can just nip that in. So now, if you get some of your 0.4, so what I've done, actually, if I'd swap over now, what I've done here, so I would spend a bit of time when it's at that point polishing.
Fab.
So now it's either, if you've got, you know, like the handheld, you know, like your Dremel or something like that, and the polishing pads, or, you know, work your way up with the the sandpapers and a polishing cloth. So you can see, you know,
Really nice
you get, I mean, that's lovely, isn't it?
Fab,
it just transforms it. So I'd say it's worth spending a bit of time to do that.
Okay, great.
So if you take some of your 0.4 now, just get these finer ones.
And this is just to attach on those spaces. That did sell out. Don't forget, both kits have sold out. I'm sorry about that. But on your screen now is the interchangeable head hammer.
And I'm going to take, to mirror the 5 petals that I've got, so I'm going to take, and again I'm working on the reel, I haven't cut anything, whereas I might have done before because wastage is not such a big deal with the plated wire. So I'm just seeing here, I'm putting that on, and then I can gauge how much of the wire I need to take.
Okay.
So I want to give myself enough of a tail that, you know, I can work with and it's comfortable. There's no point being sort of, you know, really mean on yourself and then you can't actually do anything with it. So again, when you've got them all lined up, just curl it over into a loop to give you a little flower shape. So a little bit like, you know, the demo that we did before.
Yeah,
that
just a bit
shape.
of a twist.
Yeah, a little tiara twist. And we will leave ourselves a little bit of a tail there, and I'm trimming it off. So now what I want to do, I want to attach, so I've squidged those 2 tails together and I'm going through the centre of that flower. So I want to spend a bit of time where it sits really nicely where I want it, and then I separate those 2 tails out so they're opposite each other, and then bring that tail in between each flower and try and aim it for, you want to go in between these spacer beads and down through the centre. And this, all you're doing here is attaching on and securing these spacers to the flower shape.
Okay.
And I would work this way and keep coming. So you would work all the way around.
So it's nice and secure.
That's it. So then I would come through and you angle your, you can just twist it round and come back up through, and then take your small spacer
and pop those into
and pop those in the middle.
And that's exactly what we've done over here, isn't it? You just popped a couple in there and sort of
just to give that added sparkle.
Perfect, love those. Thank you so much
You're
for
very
showing us
welcome.
that, Claire. I've got coming up for you another little design, this mermaid design, which I cannot wait for us to see. That's in our 3rd and final kit. Look at that mermaid. For all of you mythology lovers, I think that's fantastic. That's coming up for you later on. Me and lovely Claire are going to hop on over. We don't have to, we can walk to the Wall of Fame. Welcome back to the Wall of Fame. We're going to start off with some of Claire's pieces.
Oh,
they're not hers. She hasn't made these.
I wish they were. Beautiful. This is 111, and this is Joanna Wright. Hi all at JM. I thought I'd send this one into the wall this week. I've had it quite a while. I got from my first ever bead scoop. More of those, by the way. This was also my first real go at wire working. My goodness, I was so very chuffed when I did it, and I'm still loving it 2 years later. I'm not surprised. Just bought some metal clays from you, and I've never tried that before, so hoping that turns out well. We'll hopefully be entering something in it next week. Well done, Joanna, that's fantastic.
That is sensational. Thank you very much for sending that in to us. I like this design and a bit of wire writing. Hi JM, here's my entry to the Wall of Fame. 3 pendants and a dragonfly. Wire wrap cabochon using jewel enamel and antiques wire, and Tree of Life using emerald chips, memory wire, gold 0.4 wire, and the word love, all from JM of course. Loving the shows, and that's from Beverly Edwards in Deal. Hello Beverly, thank you so much for sending that in. Really nice wire writing, and you're in Deal. Well, you're in for deals today because it's Boxing Day sale. Love those. Thank you very much for that. 109's your number.
This is beautiful. This is 112, and this is from C. Robinson. Let me see. It says, hi all, I'm making sure I send my entry this week as time flew by last week and I forgot. It's a Labradorite cabochon with bare copper wire work and zari rope as the chain. The zari rope looks like Viking knit, but it's so lightweight, and as I have damage in my neck, it means I can easily wear it. I'm completely in love with the Labradorite, so a win would mean I can buy more. Oh, that's Caroline Robinson. That's well done, that's gorgeous.
Thank you very much for that one. Fantastical. I've got another one here, haven't I? Let me show you how cutesy are they. 110. This is my week's attempt. Some polymer clay key rings. They are of my horses and my friend's horses. Oh, and a dog. They look better in the flesh. Polymer clay and wire from JM, and that is from Rebecca White. Rebecca, thank you so much.
They're gorgeous,
I think they are adorable. Super duper cute. 110 is your number. Oh, the pooch. So cute.
This is very classy.
Wow.
This is 113.
I've got some pendant bales in a bit that would look stunning with a design like this.
This is fantastic. This is Alison Macaulay. It says, hi all at JM. This is a birthday gift made with 925 sterling silver chain and pendant bale with a rose quartz drop, all from JM. Good luck to all. That's Alison. She's from Glasgow. That is gorgeous.
Thank you,
beautiful.
Really elegant.
Yeah.
After the break, speaking of elegance, I have got something that is almost unheard of. It is some of the largest pieces we've ever had in a faceted strand, which we hardly ever have, of your Russian chrome diopside. Stay where you are. It's minutes that you could own this.
Join the jewellery making fun with this fantastic In the Mix DVD. This DVD includes 4 different techniques with 4 different guest designers. Debbie Bulford shows us how to create elegant polymer clay pendants. Laura Binding is here to show us a beautiful wire wrapped ring. Mark Smith with his fantastic macrame earrings using beading thread and gemstones. And finally Liz Welch with jewel enamel pendants. You'll be surprised just how many different ways there are to make new and exciting pieces of jewellery. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Get involved with JewelleryMaker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Not only do the insects and the leaves trapped within inside amber give us a good understanding of what was happening in the environment at the time, even the curvature of the amber itself can teach us a lot about the trees from which it formed. For example, when you get big pieces like this, if you look closely at the curve here, this would have been on the outside of the actual tree. So measuring this, we can accurately work out the circumference of the tree. And in fact, on the inside, the actual pattern here is almost an impression of the bark of the tree itself. Smaller pieces, well, these will have formed on the smaller branches, not the actual trunk, but the branches. And you can see the diameter on this. So this was probably so big, probably 2 or 3 inches wide in diameter.
This is supremely scarce. When I'm talking about supremely scarce, I'm talking about one of the rarest gemstones on the planet. Yes, okay, we can get diopside from different locations, but Siberia, the location in which we're getting this strand from right here, right now, it is highly regarded by many in the profession as the only place you can get gem quality chrome diopside from. And that is because it is kind of, it was the kind of archetypal place to get it from. It was the original, let's say, place to get it from. And it's highly regarded as, by many, again, can't say by all, but the best place to be getting your chrome diopside from, because of the freshness, because of the vibrancy, and because of that clarity within it, which we cannot guarantee from other locations. This, ladies and gentlemen, could be your opportunity to own this extremely special strand. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to mention to you a few things about this. Now, I love Russian chrome diopside. I really genuinely do. For me, it's one of the most interesting gems. It really honestly is. This gemstone strand that I have here for you tops any I've ever seen before. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. It hands down beats anything I've ever seen here at JewelleryMaker when it comes to chrome diopside. If I had a torch available, which I do, you would be able to see the clarity in this, because it is hard for you to see the clarity purely because the lights are in one direction. But if I hold it up, I don't want to kind of dazzle you all with it, but if I hold it up, you can see the clarity when I put a little bit of light behind it. Can you see that? Look at the freshness. Look at the clarity. If there was loads of inclusions in this, you'd be able to see all these lines and fractures, but you can't. Now, let me mention something else about this, if I may, not just the clarity. The other reason this is exceptional is because of the size of this. Have you seen the sizes? It's up to around about an 8x4. Now, do you know what percentage of all Russian chrome diopside is an 8.6 mil or more? Ben's saying 4%. You're close. Close. 8.6 or 4. 3% no. 1% of all Russian chrome diopside on the market is an 8.6 mil or above. So this is an 8.4. So I'm going to quite happily put this in the top 5% of all sized chrome diopside that are out and available on the market right now in sizable, in cut pieces. As I said before, you know, on roughs it's different. You can get large pieces of rough, but on pieces that are cut. Another thing that's really important to notice about this is the fact that this is, for me, off the top of my head, the first faceted strand of chrome diopside I myself have seen. We do not see faceted chrome diopside very often, and that's because of something we call a cleavage point. Now, a cleavage point is essentially a break in a gemstone. It's a weak point in a gemstone. It's kind of the weak link in the gemstone. It's also to do with the structure and the way in which it grows. Chrome diopside, a cleavage point, if you even polish a cleavage point in the incorrect way, the whole thing will be waste. The whole thing will crumble. This doesn't just have one cleavage point, it has two. It has two planes of cleavage. Now that means that 90% of Russian chrome diopside, 90% of rough is lost in the faceting process. So just bear in mind for me, I've got 85 carats worth on this strand. This though has come from around 850 carats of rough. Around 850 carats of rough to create this strand. Now, because of that, what you're going to be getting, because of those two cleavage planes, you are going to get something that essentially, you know, we have gone through a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of workmanship and skill to be able to bring this to you in this way. It takes years and years and years of skill and practice to be able to get this. I mean, I can't think of a time, like I say, I've ever seen a faceted chrome diopside, let alone one with so much life within it and so much beauty and brightness. Look at the freshness of that. This is a daylight simulator light that I have in my hand here, so this shows you better than the lights in the studio exactly what it looks like. Just take a moment to see that freshness, to see that brightness, and all of that with the faceting as well from that location in Russia is just spectacular. It really is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that this is one for everybody. It's not. Some people will not be able to purchase this today because it is a bit of a luxurious strand and it is a bit of a high-end price point. But what I will say is, for all of those people who've already got it, bearing in mind we only had about 43 to start with, so only 43 people in the world get to own this today. We don't have any more. If this sells out today, that's it, it's gone. We don't have it anymore. We've been working 5 years to get this strand, to get a facetive strand of these sizing to be in around the top 5% of the market of sizes. We've worked years to do that. And I understand not everyone's going to be able to stretch to the price point of this today, but I just want to take this moment to say, if you could possibly get on the phone and maybe call a friend and you wanted to go halves on this, that would be a great idea. And the reason that'd be a great idea is because this doesn't come around every day. This doesn't even come around every year. Like I say, I've been here a year and a half now, and I've never seen anything like this. And another reason it's great to go halves with your friend is, even if you only had half of this strand, you are getting loads of gems. I'm going to do, before I get that price point in, I'm going to count these up because I want to get a good idea as to approximately the price points that we would be looking for this. And whilst I count those up, Claire, would you mind telling us what you would do with something as special as this faceted chrome diopside strand?
I would spend some time with the, you know how you can have, if you do a briolette wrap, so with the sterling silver wire, say that was in the kit that we've just done, I would spend a bit of time, probably with the 0.4 and briolette wrap, a few of them, and I would just have a cluster of the gems hanging down, probably on chain at different lengths, so you would really get that movement. You're putting it with the, you know, the precious metal. I think it would just be stunning. It would catch the eye. That colour, wonderful.
I have got no 40 halfway through the strand I've got. So I've actually got about 80. It's more like 82, but let's say 80. Because I just want to say that if you did go half skis with your friends, you would have 40 of these to work with. And if you did that gorgeous briolette idea, that would be sensational.
I mean, you
How
just
much would you sell something like that for on a 925 chain? With just one of these in a briolette drop?
I think I'd probably look for, I don't know, maybe the one, maybe about £40.
£40, but actually for the chrome diopside in this, it's worked out per one, £1.25.
Gosh.
£1.25 for Russian chrome diopside that we can only actually get our hands on 3 months of the year, that's currently in the mining process. That price point for a faceted strand, which I have never the likes of seen before, that price point, £1.20 something for a gemstone that has got 90% loss rate. This has come, this 85 carats worth strand that we've got here has come from 850 carats worth of rough. That is astonishing, absolutely astonishing, because guess what? You who are good at maths are probably the ones who are coming through on the phone now, because you've just worked out that this is an absolute bargain. I know I said luxury, I know I said high-end, and it is sensational because the price point today is just £99.95. This is less than £1.50 per chrome diopside, and look at that. Look at the beauty, look at the brightness. Sonia's gone, OMG, I've got mine, boo. Well done me. Hello Jem, how are you, lovely? She's saying, I will only use Russian chrome diopside. That's standard, that's a strand and a half. Absolutely agree with you there, I really, really do. Thank you for sending that one in, lovely Georgina. Alison Tarry got hers, yay, thanks Dion. Of course, green has blue in it. Can't wait to get it home. Alison, you're not going to be disappointed, I genuinely mean that. This is the best strand of chrome diopside I've ever seen, and you know that I love chrome diopside. Well done to everybody. There is 10 chances left. How many have I got in baskets, Poppet? I've got 11 in baskets. Jem, you know, do check out that basket for me, and what I will say is, I personally will only use Russian chrome diopside as well, because for me it's the status, it's the name, and I would use Russian chrome diopside alongside very special pieces, whereas I wouldn't with others. I wouldn't use this strand with anything other than the quality of this. This is coming up for you approximately in the next 2 hours. I guarantee you that. It'll be coming up in the next 2 hours, so do stay tuned for that. Well done, everybody. In baskets now, I have how many? 9 in baskets, and I've got 9 left. If you want to come in on the phone, do so. You know, do treat yourself to this today, because it is spectacular. And actually, I've just been told it's 6 left now. So please get your hands on this whilst you can. You won't be disappointed, even if there's an itch of you that's a bit, okay, not what I expected. Send it back, 30-day money back guarantee, no questions or quibbles. Money goes back into your account. It's no risk purchasing today, no risk purchasing. So get it home, and you know, if you don't fall in love with it, which you will, but if you don't, hey, no loss. You've just got to get your hands on this, because we've been 5 years in the making of this, and I tell you what, I've got 1 left. We have worked hard to get this. Well done to everyone who's getting it. Well done, Margaret, you just got yours. 1 of those left. You are going to want to work with this, with something very, very special. To everyone who got that, you're about to really see what love for chrome diopside is. For anyone who has just gotten that, or any other pieces, they're going to want something very, very special and to go alongside it. And I suggest 925, especially when it comes in necklace form. Dion, what's the price? How much? Okay, Boxing Day deals continue. Boxing Day deals continue. The reason I asked the price of these is because I'm aware that our 925 chains have been around the £995 price point. I know I did one the other day that was £795 as well, so I thought, oh, there's 2, so I wonder what price we're doing. I've just been told, and you are making yourself a corker of a saver on this today. I have got for you this beautiful array of your 925 chain. Now let me show you one really, really good, so you can have a really, really good look at them. If I hold them out for you like this. So you've got on there the connector chain, you've got the bolt ring clasp, you've got the extender, meaning you can let this rest wherever you like. You can have it really up, like nice and close to the collarbone, or you can leave it slightly lower on the décolletage. I've also got the 925 stamper that you can see there as well. And of course you've got that curb chain. Now the thing I adore about curb chain is the way in which it catches the light just so beautifully, so effortlessly. And it still has those areas within it. It's not a box weave, so it does have those areas in it where the light shines through, which means you still get that elegance of your own skin tone coming through this. It is genuine real deal 925 as it says on the stamper, and it is ready and raring to go. It's great if you've made yourself a really nice pendant or that you just want to maybe pop on with this. I've got these gorgeous pendant bales beside me, which I noticed straight away this morning that are just beautiful, that I love the idea of these on with it. How pretty would that be on this chain? In fact, I'll put it on to let you see. But can I just ask you about 925 chain? How do you feel about it, lovely Claire?
I just think it's got a look and a feel, hasn't it, like nothing else. I just think it really adds. I think it shows that you know, it's a pride in your work, isn't it? That
yeah,
you have an opinion of your work.
Yeah.
And to take into account, you know, how much time and effort you've spent into there, and the gems that you put with it. I mean, it's a fluidity that I don't think you get, you know, with the plated versions.
Spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at these ones. Look, this is the pendant I'm bringing you straight after. How pretty is that? As a design, as a finish, and it does just complete the look, doesn't it? Obviously you can have gemstones hanging from this, but actually I really just like that as a nice little centre focal piece myself. I think it's so pretty. Now there's loads of you are web bidders. Now that says to me, well in fact you all are, and that says to me one thing. Says to me that people on the phone lines who are watching on the telly, who usually ring in on the phone, it says to me that you are expecting these to be your £9.95 chains each, and that means you're expecting for 2 chains to be spending around £18. Not today. It's Boxing Day sale. £12.95 for the 2 chains for you today. That is just astonishing, and don't forget it's not 1, it's 2. You've got a matching one, you and your best friend, you and your loved one. You've got a set there. If you buy a couple, you've got one for yourself, one for your bridesmaid, haven't you? You've got your beautiful 925 chain here taken down to a really low Boxing Day price of just £12.95. Now the telephone bidders are coming in. Telephone bidders, coming in thick and fast, buying themselves twos the vast majority of the time, because let's face it, we all know that this is not a deal that we see often at all. It's gorgeous that it's all in one place. It's great that we can just do really simple things like slipping on this pendant bale that I've got for you coming up in literally minutes. I mean, look at the elegance, look at the beauty of those kind of working together. It is just an exceptional look, isn't it? Really stunning. And it's so easy to do, even if we're brand new to jewellery making. And if you are, welcome to the family. And my name's Becky. It's really nice to meet you today. I hope you're having a fab day so far. But yeah, even if you're brand spanking new, do you know how easy it was for me to put that bale on? It was so easy that I did it whilst Claire was talking, and all I had to do was open up the back, look. And all you have to do is squeeze it together if you just want a really nice piece like that. I mean, it's just a gorgeous, stunning look, and it's a real deal 925 as well. I just absolutely love and adore these. I think lovely Sandra made us these pieces with the chrome diopside earlier on, and I think it looks stunning with the gold, that chrome diopside, doesn't it? But actually, I think it also will just look lovely with the silver if I show it alongside. Goes great with the silver as well, doesn't it? And because it is 925, it really gives you that beautiful look. Thank you for these, Sandra. I love that ring, Sandra. How high-end is that? Fab, isn't it? Now, I don't have many of these left at all, so please do check those baskets out for me on your chain reaction, because I've got approximately 30 left, I'm being told. Well done to everybody, and thank you for those, Sandra, lovely lady, our pudding beader. They're fab, aren't they? Okay, pokely, I'm bringing you the bales now. Can't remember where they came from. On the table. I've got for you now a beautiful selection of those pendants. Let me show you them. You're getting 5. I like that these have got the opening to them. If I just hold them in my tweezers to give you an idea of the light that translates through them. You see how that light translates through? You can see the colour of my skin underneath, can't you? I like that because it means you're going to be able to get that flash of the gemstone behind. These have almost, when I look at them, they've almost got a little bit fleur-de-lis style piece in them. Almost a little bit Great Gatsby actually in its shaping. I am bringing 5 of these to you today, and you're going to be getting 95 in this bale, and I always call it a stirrup bale. It kind of opens up a little bit at the bottom, and that means that you can just peel these apart, just warm it up with your fingers, or just take it apart with your pliers. You saw me do it earlier on. In fact, I just did it because I was, didn't have any pliers here. I just squidged it up with my tweezers, and it opened it up absolutely fine. So what you do is you open up that section at the bottom here, which I can actually show you on this one, and you can pop in a top jewel drop in there. You can pop in a round in there. You can pop in your own homemade piece in there, own wire work shape if you wanted to. And it also does say 925 on the back. Now, this is a Boxing Day spectacular today, isn't it? Let's face it, we're all having a lot of fun with these today. The fun is going to continue because the price point of these, I believe, will knock your socks off. If I told you, you could make a really simple necklace. So this, which we know we've just got this at about, how much was this? It was about £6.50, wasn't it? About £6.50 for a 925 chain. If I popped this on and said you could make this necklace for under £10, would you believe me? Would you believe me? You better had to, because look at the price for 5 of these. £6.95. That's why they're flying out. That's why people are buying multi bouts of this. £6.95 for 5 of these is sensational. Hi all, to be honest, 925 that I buy from JM is beautifully made, from the chains to the findings to the bales, and the prices are amazing. Lots of love. Thank you very much. That's really nice to hear. That's really, really kind of you. I'm glad you enjoy our prices. That's sold out, I'm afraid. Morning, ladies. Just out of hospital, and I have 4 different 925 chains I got in the kit, and they're beautiful. Thank you, Kat. How are you feeling better, lovely lady? Nothing worse than being in hospital, is there? I hope you're feeling better. Well done for you for getting all of those chains. And the great thing is chains, they're always in fashion, aren't they? Always in fashion, always in style. Okay, got for you some more 925 now. And this bale, I think you're going to just... Hey up. It's a removable bale. Have you seen a removable bale before?
I don't think so, no.
You ready for this? This bale, you're going to fall in love with. Look at the size of that, it's 925.
Wow.
Get ready for this, you've not seen it before. If you got one of those chains or one of those bales that you had to take off the jump ring at the end to slide it on because the chain was so thin and your bale's quite thin, and it got stopped at the end, so you have to take the chain off, so then you can't move around that pendant, you'd never have that problem with this because it's removable and interchangeable. You ready? I'll show you. So this just opens up and then clicks back into place. And you can actually hear the click. If I put this near my mic, because I want to be able to show you, I want to be able to prove to you that this isn't just going to fall off. You should be able to hear. Where is it? Listen. Hear that? That goes to show how sturdy this is. Now that's really important because the last thing you want is to get yourself a removable pendant bale, put it on a chain, and then at the end of the night go, hey up, where's it gone? No, this, listen again. Hear that? Is super duper sturdy. That is going to mean that your pieces are really kept into place. The beauty of this is outstanding. Look at that design. It looks like it's encrusted with topaz almost, doesn't it? It's not, but it does because of that textured design. It is a massive gram weight. We're looking around 2 grams worth here, and look, it does have a little hidden back on it as well. I've got 66 left. Do you want to know why? Probably because it's beautiful, probably because it's unique, and probably because it's $6.95. That is a huge piece of metal. If I hold this up to our neckline, just to give you an idea of size, I mean, look at that. That is absolutely mammoth compared to the pendant bales that we normally do. You can add something to the bottom of this because it does have that little hidden scroll at the back, like I showed you earlier. It does have that hidden section at the back, but I just think that as a pendant is stunning. I've got 22 left. I know I've got to move on. I've got loads of more Boxing Day deals to fit in, but to everyone, nice work on that, because genuinely, it's fantastic to get those that look like that. And if you wanted to add a little bit of a modern day twist, say use that on one of your designs because it is interchangeable, maybe use it with a really nice bit of ribbon, this is going to go perfect. Look at these. They look like little ghetto blasters off of the 80s. You have got here your 4-row spacer. Now, imagine I would think about putting cords through here, having my clasp on the back, and then look, if I show you that way, can you see you've got the 4 sections there for your spacers? Isn't that fab? So you can have your 4 cords coming out of here, your 4 cords, your 4 monofilaments or your beading threads, whatever you want, your head pins even, and just have a little bit of cord coming through there. You could use this as a connector, so you've got, 4 bars ready to go across. I might even just use this on a piece of cord and then just have little head pins hanging down with something really, really special, at the bottom, like some drops. I think could be beautiful. Or in fact, you could use it, if you were really very skilled, with 4 pieces of wire to maybe encapsulate something like a cabochon underneath, which of course is going to come up for you in the next sort of half an hour or so. So something like that would be fab as well. I'm going to bring to you 3 of these today, so maybe you could do a full-on necklace, a 4-stranded necklace with a beautiful tassel as well. 925 4-row spacers, £9.95 for you today on these ones, and they are going to be really, really easy to work with. And they're going to give you a really nice industrial look to your pieces as well. I'm going to squeeze in one more before my star buy, so do excuse me that I'm moving on really, really quickly, but it will be worth it, I promise, because we're going to bring you so many treats today because it is Boxing Day, lots of Boxing Day savings, and this is one of them. An absolute necessity for us all. The fact it's in 925, just add in that little extra bit of class. Take a little look at these. We saw Claire using these earlier on, so if you're not sure what these are, watch us back on the YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, type in JewelleryMaker. Today's show will come up, and if you look around about just under an hour in, Claire was using these. Wait, was it that one, or was it the hour after that?
I think it was the first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
So about an hour in, look back and it'll show you exactly how to use these. For all of us who do know what they are, we know they're an essential, we know they're a necessity, we know that we'll use them in pretty much all of our pieces, won't we, at one stage or another. Whether we use them as spacers, whether we use them as accents, whether we use them as a real mechanism that we need to hold our classes in space, into place, we know that we use them a lot. Sadly, we don't see them a lot in 925, but we've got them here today. You've got 100 approximately in total, and your price point today for 100 is just £14.95. 100 pieces of your 925 for £14.95. It is your Boxing Day sales treat, a sale price point for you today. That is not the RRP of these, by the way. That's just the price that they are for this afternoon, which is a lovely, lovely treat for us all to see. They are just really easy to work with, and they're going to give you that high shine finish. I quite like the idea, you know, the pendant bales we had on earlier, I quite like the idea of just one of these closed up on either side of it. So as a spacer, as a 925 spacer, just adding a little bit of extra weight. And don't forget, the gram weight of this is really excessive, if I'm honest. Almost 4.5 grams worth of this precious metal, which is way above that of an average engagement ring gram weight. So you know, you've got a serious gram weight for £14.95. You really, really do. Lots of you flying in for these, so well done to you all who are getting your hands on them. They are an essential, and they're an essential especially when we work with something very special like my spa bye. Okay, so I've got the last couple of these. If you want to treat yourself today, I don't think you can get yourself a bigger treat than a girl's best friend. I am absolutely overjoyed that we've been able to bring these to you, and I have to say the quality of this is unlike any other. I've never ever been able to, before this strand, I'll be honest, I've never ever been able to see through a diamond that we've had here at JewelleryMaker. With this, I can. That is due to the quality. You may well know that the main grading system for a diamond is on its clarity, and I tell you what, you have got clarity on here. You absolutely do. In some of these, I can see not only into the heart of the diamond, I can see all the way through it, and I've not been able to do that on a diamond, bar this strand that we've had on JewelleryMaker ever before. They've always been opaque. They've always been so heavily included that actually I'm not even sure where they would lie on the grading scale, or if they would even actually fit onto the grading scale when it came to it. These ones, I would say, would, because a lot of them I can see through absolutely beautifully, and that really goes to show you the quality of these. We can work with diamonds at really, really low cost prices, and we can, but now and again for very special pieces, it's not about just getting a bargain, it's about getting something that's very fairly priced for something that is exceptional to work with. This is that piece that you will use year after year, and I mean year after year, because I doubt highly that any of you are going to be using these in just 1 or 2 pieces. You're going to be using these over the next 4 or 5 years for the amount you get, and it could be 4 or 5 years for those very special events in people's lives. This is something that truly, as I hold this up, not only am I getting that high RI, that high reflective index of the light actually bouncing onto it and going back into my eye. Don't forget, diamond does that better than a lot of gemstones, but I'm also getting the light that shines through the gem and to give you that brilliance, and I've never had that from a diamond at JewelleryMaker ever before. This is something very, very special, and I think when you think that you're going to be able to own something today that you work with for the next 5 years for some of the most important heirloom pieces for your family, for your best friend's family, for your customer's family, I think you're going to remember this day for a very long time, because I've never seen quality like this, and will we be able to get it again? Who knows? Go halvesing it with a friend if you want. Call one of your friends right now and tell them that you've just seen possibly the best quality of your diamond that you've ever seen, and that you want to go halves with them. Get on the phone right now and just tell them to turn on the channel. Just tell them to take a look at exactly what's on screen now, and just work out between you how many pieces you'd be able to make from this. if I used one of these diamonds in every piece, in every special piece, how many pieces would be able to make? I've got 28 diamonds at a halfway point. So I'm going to be getting close to how many pieces out of this? 56 it's going to be, isn't it? Approximately 56 diamonds. That means that you could be able to make yourself 46 approximately pieces of diamond jewellery, but not just any diamond jewellery, the best quality diamond jewellery we could bring to you here at JewelleryMaker. How much would you sell a one-off, individual, unique piece of diamond jewellery with quality like this? You can even see the clarity on this. You're under 40 times magnification now, and you have got the closest view of these diamonds you can possibly have, and even you can see the brilliance of this. That goes to show the quality. When I'm bringing you what I believe could be a graded diamond, if it were, it would be on the scale, I'm sure of it, because there is clarity in this. And yet I'm still going to say to you that actually you can get this diamond per diamond for £4.36 each, approximately. That to me is an absolute no-brainer. You ready for this? Your price point today on these diamonds. £249.95 per diamond. That's working out less than a posh coffee at one of those really, really nice coffee shops. It's working out about £4.37-ish per diamond. That is absolutely astonishing. When you think, take a moment right now and think about what you would spend £4, you know, 30 something on. What would you spend that on? And then think that you could own a diamond for that. And these aren't small, tiny, fiddly diamonds. You've got decent sized ones in the middle, and you've also got the fact that these have clarity in some areas, and they have brilliance to them as well. It's unlike any other diamond that I have ever seen here at JewelleryMaker. What would you rather have? Would you rather have a posh coffee that, yeah, tastes really, really nice, you know, high in calories though, let's be honest, the posh ones usually are, aren't they? Posh coffee that will last you maximum about 10 minutes by the time you've cooled it down? Or would you rather have a diamond that is yours forever, that you can keep, that you can hand down to your family members, that you can have for the whole of your life and beyond? I know what I'd rather have, and that's why I'd say, why not go half skis with a friend? But I tell you what, I've got the last few of these available today. I think I'm right in saying I had less than 30 of these today, and I've got way less now because more people are checking them out. Hello to you, Martina says. Hi, Becky. Bought some of these a while ago. Absolutely stunning. Used some in a gift for a friend. She was so delighted. Martina, I'm not surprised she was delighted to be able to say that you're giving her. I think it's interesting because I think to be able to say that you're giving someone diamonds is very, very special. But to be able to say that you are bringing them some of the best diamonds you've ever even been able to buy is a complete and absolute different kettle of fish. Complete different kettle of fish. I've got 8 in baskets, and you are literally teetering on the edge of being able to own something you talk about and use for years and not, because I don't have many of these left at this moment in time at all, and I really don't want you to miss out, because you won't be seeing these again. Very unlikely that you'll be seeing these again. So just get it whilst you can. We have worked for years to get this quality, and we haven't got any others on order right at this moment in time. So please just get them whilst you can, and for everyone who has got those, use them for pieces that you are going to make for people you love, care about, and people who are going to appreciate keeping those for life, because it is going to last longer than a coffee. Yeah, it costs the same per one, but it is going to last you for life and beyond. Well done everyone who got that. Please check out those baskets. Really good work to you all. I just think they're sensational. I really, really do. Gosh, diamonds of that quality.
I know, they're gorgeous strand.
It's just not it's not what we're used to seeing. That quality is not what we're used to seeing
like
at
I think
all.
they were very, very sparkly, weren't they?
Yeah, and I didn't even mention the fact, you know, they are faceted and all of the rest of it. They are faceted. They are, and don't forget as well with those diamonds that are coming in the bottom of your screen now. I know I'm harping on now, but you know what I'm like. I think it's always important to say with diamonds, our diamonds are completely and absolutely ethically sourced. Completely and absolutely ethically sourced. You know, we've all seen films and read documentaries about horrendous ways in which diamonds can be brought over to the UK. Ours aren't. We've, you know, you've seen little films about it and little documentaries about it in the source book that you get. You've read about it as well. So just well done for everyone who got that. I just think, it genuinely is stunning. It's at the bottom of your screen now. Okay, I am on the seashore for this jewellery, and if you want to be sure that you can buy this, you've got to be quick, because I've got less than 70 of these available for you today. You have done something really special. I mean, look at the designs we've got on here. We've got this helter-skelter-esque idea, which I adore. How modern is that?
It is, isn't it? It made you quite dizzy, though, I think, if you looked into it too long.
Maybe if you were spinning around on a carousel.
Maybe.
You've also got, which I love, this mermaid design, which is just the most majestic and magical of things. Isn't that sensational? Can I just say, Claire is so lovely. She went to me this morning. By the way, that is a mermaid. I was like, yeah, obviously. Of course it is.
Just like to be sure, in case you thought it was something else, and then it would have been a bit awkward, wouldn't it?
No, it's obviously a mermaid. Look at its hair and its tail and everything. It's just beautiful. And then finally, those flowers. And I presume it's the same technique that we learned earlier on, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we've just used it in a totally different way. And how different does that look? Just goes to show that the same techniques but different materials, it gives you a completely different look. And I love this big old bangle. It's just fab, isn't it? Just showing you how to really prong set pieces like this and how effective it can be.
Yeah, we're gonna demo some of that.
Fantastic. I've got to bring this in quick because people are seeing the price, realising this is the lowest price kit of the day, even though our kits have been amazingly low in price anyway, and they're snapping it up. So I've got to be quick about this. Loads of wire in here in a colour that I feel like we haven't seen in ages, and it's in the antiques bronze. Let me bring to you first off a selection is 6mm. You've got 6mm and 6mm, 20 metres worth in total because I've got the 2 spools. I've also got in here your 0.8 wire, which is 10 metres worth there as well. And I have got, way up, I'm confused here. And I've got, your 0.25 as well. I've got 2 of those, and both of these have 15 metres. So I've got 30, 40, 50, 60 metres worth of wire. I've not said over 50 metres in ages. We've got 60 metres worth of wire there. That has to be one of the biggest wire-packed bundles we've had in ages.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
60 metres worth of the wire is just sensational. I love how the colours go so perfectly well with the strands I've got here as well. I mean, just take a look at those. Don't they? Wow, Claire, you're so talented. Love your jewellery.
Thanks, Leanne. Thank you.
Lovely of you. Fab, isn't it? You've got here your lapis lazuli, and you've got that beautiful bronze pyrite as well. 3mm on both of those. You've got the faceted pyrite in there as well. And then the druzy itself. These are flying out, so please be quick because that number's just catching up. Look. I got 5 in this collection. It is done on carat weight. Turquoise coloured agate shapes. I've got 5 in mine, but it will equate to around about 350 carats worth. You've got some with really open sections that we can kind of weave through. You've got some that have just got that gorgeous druzy on the surface that will go great with that druzy we had earlier in that second kit as well, wouldn't it? These are just spectacular to work with. Now, I could go on and harp on about these all day, but you can see I've not got many left. I've got to get that price in. Your price for it today is just £24.95, one of the most affordable kits that we've had on all day. And you're getting 60 metres worth of wire, 2 strands of genuine gemstones, including lapis, which which we don't see often, and we know that that's a high-end price. And you're also getting all of those cabochons, which to me equates to 5, and they are beautiful. They are high shine, and they are so fab to use. 27 of them left, that's it. Now we're going to have a really quick demo now to have a little look at just how to get this beautiful cuff off the ground. Do check out those baskets. Once everybody checks out, we're going to be very low on this at 24.95 pence. You'd expect the cabochons to be around that price alone, really, wouldn't you? But with 60 meters and wire and 2 strand, fab. Get them whilst you can.
Okay, so I'm not going to chat too much. I'm just going to get on and do it because it's quite a detailed demo.
Fab.
So I've put it into stages so we can hopefully just get through it.
Fab.
And what you're looking for with this is a slightly, with those gauges of wire, I've made the most of them and twisted them because they're great for obviously your rosary links. Yeah, 0.8 is good for structural pieces, but if you twist some of those and combine the 0.6 and the 0.8, you're going to get a really nice sort of rustic feel, which is what I've done on the bangle. But if for the demo purposes, I'm just going to do it on the straightforward, straight wire, so you can see the weave. So if we just, if you cut off 5 sections, what you need is 5 sections of your twisted wire. This might be a little bit easier if I show you this point here. So if you just look at these, so I've done a mix of, you see that, so I've done a mix of the 0.6, I think that's 5 lots of the 0.6 and 3 and 4 lots of the 0.8.
Okay.
So I've mixed them all up and just twisted them, and what you need is probably about 25 centimetres, and so 5 lots of those. So if that's what you want with the twisted wire. Okay, so if we just pretend for a minute that this is the twisted wire, so if we take, so I've got my 5 sections there. Should I take it off the...
I was just going to say
yeah,
that, I just think it looked better on the white. Fab.
There we go, that's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I just lay them out, so in that middle section, I've taken some of I've taken a good meter's length of my 0.6.
Fab.
And you can weave with this because you're going on to, you know, the much thicker twisted lengths. So if you just make a loop and you twist at the bottom, so it's looped round up under the bottom section. And I'm just going to pick up the two wires that side, and I want to do 2 wraps around all 3 wires.
Fab.
So you can see there, and I'll pick up the other side, and I take this wire now, there we go, so this one here, and I'm going to do 2 wraps around the 3, so the 2 that I just picked up and that central one, and 2 wraps there. Now what you're looking for here is not a mega neat weave, because you're going to put the later on I've put the flowers
over it.
Yeah, so you want little gaps. So again, 2 the other side, go back round, and 2 wraps over the other side, so you can see how quickly that builds up.
I see. Fab.
Okay, and so you're getting a slight angle, and you've got nice gaps, so you've got the strength there, but you've got nice gaps to weave that 0.25 in through there.
Okay.
So if I just put that to the side.
No problem. 2 left, about 14 in baskets. Check out. Don't forget Labradorite cabochons coming up for you shortly, and I've got another cabochon which I haven't been able to tell you about because it is just, if I hyped it up too much it would fly out in seconds, but let's just say it is a big beautiful blue cabochon.
I think I've seen it. I had a little sneak.
You're so naughty, Claire.
I know, I couldn't help it. So we've got this, so that you can see there. So I've done probably that's probably about 3 centimetres or so of that weave. And it's given me that really nice strong. You know, that's going to be really nice for a cuff there, and I can rely on that. It's not going to bend out of shape, but also you can still see through it. So I'm going to be able to almost like embroider with the wire. So what you need to do now, you'll have picked your cabochon, and you have to excuse that prong setting part because I did that last night, so and I'd run out of the wire. So it's a slightly different colour, but it doesn't really matter. So you pick whichever cabochon shape you're going to have. Place that there. Now what you need to do, you need to build a base at the bottom. So what we're going to do, we're just going to bend these wires round. So I'm keeping that central one, and I'm just bending it with my hands. And always reference back with the stone, bring it in, and that outer one as well. So you can see I'm creating almost like a little bed for that cabochon to sit on. And it's entirely up to you whether you want it, you want to see that this outer wire, or whether you want it all hidden behind the stone. So what you would do there is just bend that back round. So I'm just using my chain nose pliers and straighten those so they're all coming back in line. So you've prepared that cuff part now so that it's going to sit really nicely on there. And these shapes work, you know, really beautifully. You know, you're going to get really, really different effects. But what you need to do is you need to create a little prong setting part. So what I would do with your 0.8 is I would double up so that you've got the strength there.
Okay.
So if we just take our wire, and what's great, if it's this sort of like, you know, teardrop shape, it's a really good way to start. So I'm leaving myself a little tail, probably about 15 centimetres or so, and I'm just going to start cross it over, and that's going to start with that nice teardrop shape. So you can see I've hardly had to put any effort in, and it mirrors that shape really nicely. But what I want to do, that's not really firm enough now. So I'm going to start, I've left myself a tail there, and I bend round, and all the time, and you will spend longer than this, referencing against the cab, and I'm going to give myself, come out at an angle, and all the time, so you would spend time referencing. So I'm just doing this quite roughly so you can see the general principle. I'm making little prongs going round this teardrop shape. So if I were doing this at home, I would be all the time referencing about where is best to have the security and the length of my prongs, how much of a dome there is on my cabochon. So you can see I'm just bending it round, squeeze those together, keep going round. So you can see how that builds up. Now what you've got there, you've got your at least two layers of that 0.8, because you will then go round with your 0.25 and weave to give those two wires the combined strength.
I see, so that's what you've done on this,
absolutely.
On that one there.
So you can see there, that's how I would build up that shape. So I've got that inner shape, and then I do a second version with the prongs attached to it.
Got you.
So then you would join those up. So now you've got this component.
Fab.
So you can see there,
the
weaving, and you've got that strength. Okay. So what I would do then is just test that, so you know that you're happy, and that's going to sit in really nicely. So then if you transfer this component onto the cuff. Now what you can do, because you don't need to weave through this point, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take some of these and weave in and out and connect those two components, so this prong set to the cuff. And all I'm doing is just going round all the way, and again you would take much longer than this to get it really nice and neat, but straight away, because you're working with that 0.6, so you've got that strength in this weaving wire, and you're going to attach this, and you would do the same on that side. So you've put the two components. Now what I've done, and especially with I mean the beauty with the cabochons is you're going to get different effects every time. So on the one I've done, it's a really sort of like an elongated oval, isn't it? So what I have done on there, I don't know if you want to pick it up at the back, I have glued that as well, because with that shape, when you're pushing it, you know, I wouldn't say that the 0.8 is going to be really, really strong enough to hold a cabochon of that size and that shape. I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing that as a, you know, functioning piece of jewellery. So that glue just gives you that. It's not going to go anywhere. So it's almost like a faux prong setting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
So if we bring this back now, so we've joined that. So we've joined that component on. So now all you need to do, so you place your cabochon into it, And what I would do, let's take that out for a minute. If you have a look at the prongs, I always give a little, before I place the stone in and before I've done anything with it, just get your round nose pliers and just give just a little kick out and just start that off. So you've got a little curve, it's going in the right direction so that you've got minimal contact really with your pliers and your stone.
Okay.
So if we have a look and we just pop that in. So we pop that in and I'm going to do alternate sides. So I've pushed that one in already. So if we have a little look and we go push that one over. And again, you know, spend time, make it nice and neat. And that one down. So you've got there your cabochon nice and secure in there. But what you can do, because you know it's a part on your wrist, so you know, a little bit of the is it the E6000?
Yeah, on the back,
which is really nice
security.
And tacky, and that is secured there.
That's perfect. Fran's really thankful for that. She says, thanks Claire, I've run out of proper cabs at the moment, but this demo is really helpful. Tell you what, Fran, today you can get yourself a big collection of cabs in a moment or two, but before that you could probably, if you wanted to, get the most exclusive and special cabochon possibly that you could ever own here at JewelleryMaker. It's a really special star buy. Do you know that this is a one locational gemstone? I'm sure you will have done. Foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro, only ever found in one place. Do you know that it's 1,000 times rarer than diamond? I know we've had diamond on today, and I tell you what, to make a piece with this and diamond would be very special. Do you know that it is one of the most trichroic gemstones in the gemstone world? By trichroic, what do I mean? I'm talking about the fact that it can show off 3 colours. You get blue tones. As you move it, the light cascades across almost a purplish area. And sometimes in places you can get pink-like tones as it moves around. Do you know that this was actually shot into fame for many, many, many reasons, and one of them was a film? One of them was a film which was a very well-known film, Titanic, in 1997. This is one thing that really shot this into popularity. I don't know if you watched that film with Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, Kate Winslet had was it The Heart of the Ocean? That was a Tanzanite. So that is one thing that shot this into popularity, because obviously at the time it was one of the biggest, grossest films. Did you also know, though, that actually this is one of a community pieces of gemstones, and that actually when you own this gemstone and when you purchase this gemstone today, you're actually doing good in the community? I've got a very short film to show you exactly what I mean about that. I'm sure you've heard us talk about things like the Colourful Life Foundation and talk about Equal World, but it's not just those people that we help. If you buy this today, you're helping out other community projects such as this.
We're not far from where Tanzanite is mined. We're just outside of Arusha, and this group of ladies here, there are 9 of them in total, they make flour for the local community. With a little bit of profit they make from the flour, around about £50 a month, they then take that money and support up to 100 orphans in between here and where the Tanzanite mines are located. It's a great worthwhile project. These ladies, it's not about handouts. They never ask for money, they don't want money. What they want is help and advice on how to sustain their community in a better way. And there's a wonderful charity out here called Ace Africa. They're doing a fantastic job at supporting the community, and it's something we're very proud to be associated with.
And And we are exceptionally proud to be part of that and help out with things like that in the community, because with Tanzanite we have such great mining connections that actually it's in Tanzania that we have done projects such as building schools, building work areas as well with this, where we have helped projects like the one you've just seen then. So when you buy this, part of the sale money of this and of pieces from this area and pieces of Tanzanite that you will see like this do go towards our charity efforts in those areas. I can't say that for every single gemstone. I can't say that for every single gemstone we bring to you. Obviously I can't say that for every single gemstone, but for this one it is. You are genuinely doing good, and money that goes from sales like this of Tanzanite does go directly to charities like that. This, by the way, is very, very special as well, because you are getting something that does good, but you're also getting something that value-wise is exceptionally well. Now, a lot of you will know, but some of you may not, so do forgive me if you already know this. Obviously, we have new people joining all the time. Tanzanite is a one-locational gemstone that is running out. It is extremely scarce, and because of that, it is counted as one of the top 10 rarest gemstones in the world, and therefore one of the highest priced gemstones in the world. In fact, it's gone up in the trade by around about 900% in the last year. 900% at trade rate. That is how expensive this gemstone is now. It has a grading system, and the grading system really looks at the colour, and the grading system itself, so the lower end of the scale, which will come up around here, the B grade is the lower end grade, and those would be the lower price pieces. When you're going up to more like your quad A, your triple A, your quad A and your double A, you're getting higher up in price. It's all to do with the richness of colour. Now, if you're just focusing on colour, the colour of this one isn't that grade B, is it? It's just not. If you're looking at that grade B again, can we have a look at that again, gorgeous Kerry? Kerry's director at the moment. Have a look at the B. See, it's almost wishy-washy. Where is ours? It's nowhere near that. It's nowhere near, to my eye, in colour, a grade A either. The richness of this trichroic gemstone is astonishing. Now, I need to be completely honest. I will get your price in. I need to be totally just open and honest. It has gone up in the trade by 900%. We are currently not purchasing Tanzanite anymore. We got this a while ago. It's taken a long time for us to actually get it in, though, because of things in Tanzania and processing and all of our grading systems, especially on special gems like this. It can take a very long time and will take over a year for us to get it. We could have upped the price of this, and a lot of places have done, including our sister channel. And our sister channel has very openly said, you know, we even had a documentary where we said for the first time ever we have had to heighten the price of our Tanzanite. For this, I'm doing something that is absolutely absurd. Boxing Day deal. This is ridiculous. Genuinely, look at what we've got here. This is 12 carats worth of Tanzanite, one of the rarest gemstones in the world, that has gone up by 900%. I started off with about 150 of these. I've now only got 60 left, and guess what? You lot, you 100 or whatever people who've checked out, you 100 people who've checked out on this at $24.95, you are astonishing, because everybody pays the same price. And do you know what? Dion's just said, I have to drop the price of this, and we have to. It's a Boxing Day deal for you. $21.95 is your actual price on this Tanzanite cabochon. It's a 12 carat Tanzanite cabochon, and it's £21.95. That is phenomenal. That is astonishing. It's absolutely flying out the door. I started off with close to 150. I tell you what, I've got 34 of these left for you right now, but that is going to change dramatically. I mean, when you check out those baskets, there is no chance whatsoever everyone in the baskets is getting this. People on the phone, stay where you are, because you might well get it. Every single person who's owning this today, I tell you what, you are one of very few people in the world who will be able to, and everybody pays the same price. Everyone who checked out straight away as well. Don't forget, that is an heirloom. Well done to every single one of you. If we could have got another 300, we could, but I tell you what, the rarity of this is just not happening. Well done, everybody. I have got Labradorite cabs coming up for you if you have missed out on this later, but for you lot who've got this, heirloom piece, well done to you all. I'm about to see some more beautiful pieces in our Wall of Fame. That cabochon was just astonishing, wasn't it?
I would like that.
It's too late. Sorry. I sounded really harsh then. Well, it's too late.
You did, didn't you? Yeah.
I don't mean it.
You do.
So, we're over here with the lovely Sunshine Claire, and she's going to start off with our piece.
Yes, sorry, I got distracted.
Forgot why you were here then, didn't you, my love? We're just having a chat, weren't we?
I've got 117. Wow, look at that amazing tree of life. Anne-Marie Brooks, it says, hi to everyone at JM. And to all the wonderful jewellery makers. I lost my mojo for a while. I've had my Tanzanite for a year now and did not know how to make them glow with pride. I hope this necklace has done them justice. I would say so.
Definitely.
I've made a tree of life and coiled the copper coloured wire to make the necklace. I could do with a win, not one yet, so fingers crossed. Thanks, Jem, for the wonderful inspiration and the wonderful products that never disappoint. That's Anne-Marie Brooks. That is wonderful, Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie, that's fab, and you've definitely made that Tanzanite glow. Don't forget, we did have on the professional wire coiling gizmo earlier on, if you do want to create a look like the one that's been created there. I've got 115 now, and the shapes on those are just sensational. You can just look in there, remember?
Sorry, I thought it was on the...
Hi JM family, hi JM family, I see you more. Making the jewellery is easy compared to trying to take a photo to show it off. Champagne pearls that arrived yesterday, some smoky quartz carved flowers that I've had my eyes on from years ago. Waiting to get fed up of this hobby, but it's not happening, so I'll just have to keep buying. Have a good week, and that is from Jackie in Kingdom. I don't see it as a hobby, I think it's a proper passion. If it's something that's in your heart, it will carry on. As long as you're enjoying it, keep doing it, because you've obviously got a talent. I love those pieces. Good luck to you. 115 is your number.
Oh, look at this one. Wow, this is 118, and this is from Kay Hesling. It says, Dear all at JM, here is my entry to the Wall of Fame for this week. A sterling silver bracelet with bezel set smoky quartz. All components are from JM, of course. Good luck to all fellow waffers and me. Well done, Kay, that is gorgeous.
That is just beautiful, really high end. 116 here for you, and I love all the beautiful pastel pinks. Hi all, here is my first bit of Byzantine weave. I must admit, I use fairly large jump rings just to make it easy, but with your fab design shows to help me, it's all become much easier. I use shell pearls and hearts and stars and silver pink wire, all from JM, and that's from Julia in Rubery. That is fab, and actually great tip there to do those weaves using the big jump rings. It's great to learn the technique with
That's
bigger ones.
Brilliant. So first attempt, that's very impressive.
Very impressive, and I love the colour style. 116 is your number. Thank you for sending that in.
I've got 114. This is, look at all that knotting there. Goodness
That's
me.
a skill.
This is Sue Thursfield. It says, hi all, here's my entry for the Wall of Fame. I finally started on my large stash of pearls and decided to try knotting after the very useful tips from the guest designers. Really enjoyed making this necklace and earring set with alternate sizes of grey baroque pearls and sterling silver findings. Wasn't sure about the grey pearls, but they look so good against the skin. Everything from JM, of course. I can't really expect my customers to buy my trial set, can I? So they are all mine, all mine. I think there's an evil laugh there as well. Here's hoping for a win, but good luck to all. That is beautiful. Really gorgeous.
I think you're right. It was just a tester piece, so you better keep it for yourself.
Yeah.
I think that is beautiful.
All that work, that's
Keep
lovely.
up that skill, because it is a fab one. Good luck to you. Okie pokely, after the break, we have got some lab cabs. No, I don't mean taxis just for puppies. I mean something that you can work with to create some stunning designs. I'll see you in a few minutes.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
Hi Jewellery Makers, if you're a Freeview viewer, you can now continue to watch the show live by switching over to channel 64. Our brand new 24-hour channel is available to the majority of homes in the UK. So grab your remote now to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Today's course has been really good. I've been on the micro macrame course with Deborah, and we've been doing quite a lot of knotting techniques and bringing them together to make a little small owl. And then we're currently working on a freeform necklace or bracelet, which is really good because there's no rules. It's been a really, really good day. You get an awful lot from it, just in terms of being able to use your own imagination to transfer it into the piece that you're making, and it's just been a really good day, yeah.
New to polymer clay? Then why not come and join guest designer Debbie Bulford and be introduced to this creative medium? Debbie will guide you through the basic techniques of creating bead shapes, canes, pendants, feature beads and much more. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, and a visit to the Gemstone Museum and our shop. And all this for just $64.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you.
Get involved with JewelleryMaker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker. Join guest designer Laura Binding on our intermediate wirework course. The aim of the course is to enhance your wirework skills and take your designs to the next level. You will learn more advanced weaving and binding techniques, which you can incorporate into your jewellery. The full course includes a selection of gauges of wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, a copy of the Wirework Tutorial DVD Edition 3, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and chance to meet the presenters, and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just £79.95. To book your place, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you.
You know that design that gorgeous Claire's just made? Yeah. Well, she's just essentially done a very similar technique. Do you want to see it? But with Labradorite. How gorgeous is that as a piece? Look at that. Can you see red? I can sort of see reds around here. And at the top, see right at the top there. Can you see any yellows and golds? Can you see those? What about blues? Right down here. That is a rainbow Labradorite, isn't it? My phone lines are going loopy. Someone says, can we see the back, please? Of course you can, if you want to know how to do...
It fills me with dread. Oh,
You're...
I've got cake around my face, is that why you...
I was just going to say, oh, no, I'm not going to...
So do you like this?
Your backside is always great.
Like that? Have I got cake around my face?
You ready for this? Your backside is always looking great.
Yay! Thanks very much. I'll have that one.
There you are. This is the same technique that we had on earlier. Let me show you how many you're getting. Can I? Look. How many's that? Oh, way up. Sorry, there's more under here. Oh, hang on, there's more. Hang on, there's more. Look at all of these. Look at them. There's absolutely loads of them. Look at that. Look at that one. Which one do you want me to pick? Which one? Which one do you want me to pick? I'll pick up any. Bottom corner? No problem. Top, bottom, or middle? Top, bottom, or middle? Top right? I don't know which the right is, but all right. We're just going to guess. We're going to guess it. See the blues then? Look at the blues there. Blues, D. Look at the blues. And yellow. Look at the greens there. See the greens? Yeah. Middle. Right in the middle. Let's go right in the middle. Oh, look at that one. Look at that. Whoa, look at the colour. Whoa. Oh my goodness. When did I ever say whoa? Oh, I hope I never say that again. Look at this one. I love ones with striations. Look. I love striations. I just think it makes it, you can see how the gemstone's grown. I love that. Oh, hey up, texter. Hey, Jane. Got mine. They're stunning. Really enjoying the show. Gonna try wire wrapping a cab. Do it. Do it. I love the technique that Claire's shown us today, and you know, when you look at it, you can really see the whole gem, can't you? And let's face it, with Labradorite, such as this, you want to be able to see as much of the gem as you can. And the way that lovely Claire has done it is astonishing. Don't forget, Claire. Oh, you are joking me. You're joking. I've just put you back up. There is no need for this at all. Storage jars. You're always trying to show me up. But yeah, don't forget, Claire does have a course coming up to do with wire very, very soon for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to count up for you, if I may, approximately. Now, I just want to double check, was this from our stash, yeah? Okay, so adding this gem, because this one came in our stash, is 740 carats worth. I've got one. Oh, I'll leave that till the end. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 with the gem, with this neckline piece. 21 with the neckline piece. Do you know how much this pendant will have cost? And that is with wire included. If I include a bit of the wire, for example, about £1.50, because each of these cabs are £1.33. Your price point today for 740 carats worth of stunning Labradorite is just £27.95. That's why I've got how many gone? How many do we start off with? 212. It is your Boxing Day morning show offer. Do you know what? We could have, and it would have been more than that. It would have been, but we've just taken it down. Inspired by Claire. Got mine. Can't wait to have a go, says Christine. Absolutely, loads of people inspired by the gorgeous Claire today. We love having Claire on, don't we? She's fab. I've not got a lot of these on at all because, do you know what? Seriously, this is a Boxing Day deal. If we'd have done these at $29.95, you would still be getting yourself an absolute bargain. If we'd have done these around $30, absolutely. Labradorite is one of the most expensive cabochons to purchase when you see it in kind of on websites and things. You can get quartzes for a lower price, you get carnelians for a lower price, you know, you can get lots of different gemstones for a lower price. But because Labradorite has these gorgeous striations, because Labradorite has these amazing optical properties, it does demand a higher price point. It really does demand a higher price point. And one thing I will say is, if you are interested in trends of jewellery making, just have a little look on my Facebook page. My name is Rebecca Redican, which is Redican, Rebecca Redican, Facebook presenter page. If you type that in, one of my latest posts was, it was a trends thing that I just found online. It's basically trends for autumn and winter. And it was a few very well-known jewellery designers talking about how, you know, rubies, sapphires and emeralds are still popular, but how right now, this year, unusual gemstones are the biggest sellers. And in fact, Labradorite is mentioned within that document, so do feel free to have a little look at it. It's on my presenter page. I think it's one of the first things on there, and it does talk to you about the sensational Labradorite and its iridescent neutrality. Hello, Alex. I've bought lab cabs from JewelleryMaker previously, and they are beautiful and a serious money maker for me too. Love these. They are a serious money maker. Thank you for sending that in, Alex. They are a serious money maker because Sammy says she always sells loads. Fleur says she always sells loads as well of Labradorite, and they get asked for in commission pieces time and time again. So do you know what? Get your hands on these whilst you can, because they are just sensational, really, aren't they? They are phenomenal. I've got 8 of these left at this moment in time, so not many of them at all. Please do treat yourself to these whilst you can. Hello, really wasn't going to buy today, but wow, couldn't help myself, and that is from Jojo. Not surprised at all, Jojo, because really you've just got yourself something really special, a really, really great deal there as well, isn't it? £1.30 something each. I mean, come on. Hi, all at JewelleryMaker. Got mine. We're starting to get withdrawal symptoms. I haven't ordered for a few days. Dawn. Withdrawal symptoms. Ollie's just read it as withdrawal symptoms, like she's got loads of goods. That's what I thought. Don't worry, treat yourself today. If it's been a few days, it's your Boxing Day sale. Rude not to, isn't it? Just found similar cabs at $5.99 each. Thanks, JewelleryMaker, for such a bargain. No problem at all, Charlotte. For approximately the amount we've got at $5.99 each, mathematician Ollie has said it would be approximately £126 for the amount we've brought you. Loads of people have said that they're missing Mookaite. Did you know Mookaite holds a record here at JewelleryMaker? I love these buttons. I need these buttons. I was making my grandma. I'm making my grandma a mug cozy. I'm crocheting her a mug cozy at the moment. And I remember I was crocheting it last night actually, and I thought to myself, I need to get my hands on these. Mookaite holds a record here at JewelleryMaker. Do you know what it is? It is the most common gemstone to sell out on its first appearance than any other. It's amazing, that, isn't it? It sells out more than any other gemstone. I think the rate is around about 80-something% of the times it will sell out on its first appearance, and no other gemstone at JewelleryMaker holds that title. Not even the likes of your diamond, not even the likes of your emerald. This is even more special because look, your buttons. I need this for my grandma's cozy. They are fab, aren't they? Mookaite is a one-locational gemstone, and it comes from Mooka Creek in Australia. And the word Mooka, meaning running waters in Aboriginal, it means, or is translated closest to running water, and that is exactly how these are formed. These are formed from ancient seas, seas that don't even exist anymore. All of these microscopic, tiny microscopic animals, which have essentially fossilized and essentially, gone into sedimentary rock, and that's what's created these. Every single one of them is unique and different. Every single one of them is honestly just very, very special creation of pieces. It really, really is very special because they're all unique. They're all individual. They're all so different for you today. Because each of these are so different, they're going to bring that uniqueness to your designs. They are going to add a really high-end look to your designs. Imagine saying, redoing up a cardigan with these as buttons and saying you've got genuine gemstone buttons on your cardigan. Doing things like a pair of earrings with these would be fantastic, wouldn't they? A ring with this would be ridiculously simple. Just put the wire through each side and do a little bit of wire wrapping around the back. Easy peasy. I'm crocheting my grandma this mug cozy. Just little buttons on there. I was thinking about these last night when I was doing it, just to kind of loop those on there for your design to fab. Even as decorations, I think, for things like nice boxes. If you've got yourself if you make a really special commission piece, say with these diamonds that we had on earlier, say you make a very special commission piece, and imagine, you probably won't want to use a box, you might want to, but imagine using a box or making your own box and actually having a little loop and button, a genuine gemstone loop and button with your box. I mean, come on, that is special above and beyond, isn't it? Above and beyond. I've got for you here, if I show you, look, all of these different looks. You've got the rich reds, these masala tones, which of course are very, very much, you know, your tones of this year. You've got those masala tones and even those kind of custard tones, which are also part of Pantone. Got a lot of multi-buyers on this. The interesting thing is, vast majority of you are web bidders. The rest of you are going to be telephone bidders, because are you ready for the price? How much would you sell a pair of cufflinks for that are genuine Mookaite, one locational gemstone? £15, got to be minimum. £25, maybe even £30. Your price point today for 5. £7.95. When I saw the price of this, genuinely last night when I saw it, I saw £17.95. It wasn't until this morning I realised it was £7.95. Yes, £17.95 is a one locational gemstone. You're getting something from ancient animals, ancient creatures that don't exist anymore. You're getting a captivated piece of history from the other end of the earth to where I'm sat right now. You are getting all of that for £7.95, and it's in a button shape. This is going to give you design options you've never had before on shapes that haven't been buttons. They're going to be giving you, you know, ideas and pieces that you would never been able to create with any other shape from us before. These are just phenomenal, and it's not just about sewing them onto your clothing, is it? It's about the way you might weave your wire in between these. It's about even using these alongside something, say like your pearls maybe, some of your white pearls maybe, or the pearls that I've got coming up for you in a moment. It's like using them alongside something like this, you know, as a really interesting centerpiece, a really interesting kind of a focal piece, a focal point. In the middle of a headband piece, these would be fab. What about something, I think, you know, something for the quirky? I think a really nice quirky idea for these is if you've got someone in your family who's really into maybe fashion or really into, you know, working with fabrics and things like that, doing cute little buttons and badges for them with actual buttons of genuine gemstones is just spectacular. A £7.95 for you today. I've got to move on because as per usual they're about to head out the door, but to take their place for now, I've got some stunning pearls. Well done, everyone who got that Mookaite. Really unusual but fun to work with and really easy as well for beginners. I've got a beautiful set of pearls here for you. They're just fab. Oh, pearl duo. You have got here this apricot strand. I can't think of the last time I had an apricot strand of pearls. I feel like it's been forever. I've had loads of bright colours of late, which was always really nice. I've had loads of bright colours. I seem to have had quite a bit of white recently as well, but I've not had that femininity, that kind of strength and that kind of flotation of an apricot pearl for a very, very long time, which I just absolutely adore to have. It is an 8x7 on that strand, so a really, really high-end strand that we've got there. I've also got those champagne colours as well, which are just, well, they do what they say on the tin, don't they? Champagne colours. You think champagnes, you think bubbles, you think of luxury, you think of, you know, precious days, don't you? Precious days as in, you know, weddings or race days or just special occasions with your family when you think of your champagne. And when you think of your pearls, boy oh boy, you've got that on top of there as well, haven't you? Those ones are a 6x5 for you today. To get these colours that are so popular available to us back in today is something special, and to be able to get them in this form is very special as well. I'm going to do a Boxing Day purchase price. You're ready for this? £12.95, £11.95. No, £12.95 shouldn't have been your price. That shouldn't have been your price point on these. These strands themselves should not have been £12.95. We took them down to that, and then for no reason whatsoever other than hello, we can. We've taken it to £11.95. It is a sensational price point, and it's Boxing Day today here at JewelleryMaker. Boxing Day sale is well and truly in force with us here on the Morning Show, so do get your hands on these. See, I've got people buying 3s of these. Can I just show these against my neckline if you don't mind, because I know my lovely producers told me that we've got loads of new people in today. It's dead nice to meet you. Hello, new people. A lot, she said. I just want to show you. This is a genuine strand of pearls for brand new people. This is a proper strand of genuine pearls, real deal pearls. You're getting them for under £6. But one thing I always like to show is, because it's quite well and good me holding it like this, but it's hard for you to see the size. If I hold this at the back of my neck, oh, did I just hit my mic? Sorry about that. Look, That's touching at the back of my neck. That for me is a genuine necklace length. It's not, you know, £6 for this amount and all you need to do is buy 4 of them to make yourself a necklace. No, it's basically a necklace there for you. If you are brand spanking new, just get yourself a clasp to get on the end, and all you have to do is pop a clasp on, take off the last few pearls. You can make yourself a ring with it or a pair of earrings. Take off the last few pearls so you've got the cord in there already. Add a clasp on, it's really easy. You've got yourself a necklace there. That's astonishing, isn't it? I mean, really astonishing, especially when you've got 2. Well done, everybody. Lots of multi-buyers on that one. Keep checking out whilst you can. £11.95 for you right here, right now. Now, we've talked about wire a lot today, but we haven't actually shown you any properly, apart from in our kit. So I'm going to bring you some now. Not a 10-metre reel. 50-metre reel. I haven't seen a 50-metre reel in absolutely ages, and I haven't seen black coloured wire in absolutely ages either. You know, before that we were talking about the interchangeable headed hammer and saying how it has got that the nylon, the plastic head on it, and that it's not going to take colour off your wire. Well, get that if you're planning on getting yourself a bargain today. It's going to come in at the bottom of your screen, because we don't want to scuff or scratch the colour off this black wire at all, and that hammer's going to help you do that. These are going to be great for any designs. Anything you want to use a 1mm with. 1mm, of course, is a very, very sturdy wire. We can make clasps out of it. We can do bracelets out of it, rings out of it as well. You could do really beautiful, well, pretty much any piece you can think of you can make with this. Even things like your charms for your bags you can make with this. It is a super duper sturdy wire, and to get 50 metres, it's great for people who are starting out, and it's great for people who can work and want to start making something and learning how to just work with shapes. I find as a beginner you do want to get into things like weaving, and that's all well and good, but first off, really get used to the feel of wire, get used to shaping wire with your hands and the different looks you can create, because wire work is one of our most popular mediums here at JewelleryMaker, and one reason is because it is so high-end and it does look great, but it's so fun to create as well. I have got 50 metres for just £17.95. $14.9. Now, what is the original price of this? Because it's 1mm. I mean, $14.95 Boxing Day sale. You've got 50 metres worth. That is absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? Phenomenal. Hiya, ladies. I put some nugget gems on JM wire outside on a lantern earlier last year, and they look as new as if I just put them on out today. The wire is fab, and that is from Debbie. Deb, thank you very much for sending that in to us. That's really interesting to know. So our quality, even though it's been outside on a lantern and it's been there a year, it's still looking as fresh and new as always. That is lovely for you to show us. Thank you. Good morning to all of you lovely ladies and team. Claire, you're fantastic, so talented. I think you should hold a workshop for wire, flora and fauna. I would love to attend one. Love and best wishes to all at JM, and that is from Joe from Beer. Thank you for that.
Thanks,
flora
Joe.
And fauna.
I would love to, yeah. I might actually put that in, I think, to Wendy. I would really like to do that.
And that's a really good idea. Just to let you know, this image that's behind me is done with 1mm wire and the wire coiling gizmo, which I have got for you as well. If you want, then we can, it's coming in at the bottom of your screen now, isn't it? There it is. So there it is at the bottom of your screen. You can create that look, if you want to take a look at it. You can take a look at that piece that we've just shown you there by you getting your hands on the gizmo itself. Just $24.95, and it's professional as well. That's the one it is. Look at all those rods. Great for jump ring making. Save yourself money. And this is from Moira. Hi. It says, got mine first time getting Labradorite cabochons. Watching Claire had given me the courage to do prong setting. Thank you from Ireland.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's
Thanks
sweet.
very much.
That is so sweet.
Mara.
How nice is that?
Yeah, that's lovely.
Thank you. There's some, what is it? Check this. Check this, Ols just said.
Wow, who's done that? It's me. Just
I know.
Just wanted to confirm that in case we moved on.
Who did that? Me.
Me.
If you want to go, was it Claire?
Yay!
If you want to go,
common theme in my work, isn't there?
Just signing off at the end. If you want to go on Claire's workshop, it is the 7th of August, if I'm right in saying.
It's a Saturday, 7th or 8th, or I'm not sure. Yeah.
How fab is that for your wire writing like that?
Oh, thank
and your
you.
1 mil, it'd be perfect for that.
Would,
Just threw the 1 mil in the air. Can't believe it did that. No need. Anyway, Claire's going off to sign off another piece of her work. Got for you some cubes. Cube-tastic pieces here now. Claire, I'd love to hear what you would be doing with cubes like this.
When I've got a shape like that, I always think about tassels, because you want to make the most of that shape, don't you? Because it is unusual, and a lot of work's gone into it, you know, by the time it comes to you. So I always think about just putting them on a head pin, on some chain, and making, you know, like an exaggerated tassel almost, so that you've got that movement, and you really get the most of the gem. That's what I would do with it, I think. But when they're like that, they're also, that cube shape is it's quite a unisex, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you could just have one on some cord, and that, you know.
These are going to go really far then, aren't they? I mean, look at the amount you're getting, and look at how that pan of light goes. Pow! It's fab, isn't it? You've got your double duo. Double duo. That's basically called tutu. Double. Dion's just gone, excuse me, I'm a Gemini, so I'm like 2 people, but I'm only 1 people. What? Double duo. She said you've got to be a Gemini to get it. Don't think that's true. Here you go, it's your prize. What? $7.95? No need, Dion. I know you like to prove a point, right? But there's no need. That price is astonishing. 300 carats in each. What? That's the price for 1 strand. That's the lowest price point we can go to on 1 strand. Double duo. I don't get it. Everybody pays the same. Hiya, Faye. How are you, lovely? Karen's got herself one. Lovely Jane's got herself a couple. Why not? Loads of you coming in for these. You're all absolutely flying in now. I know. Do you know what it is? Do you know why I think? Because it was $7.95. That wasn't the original price. It was $7.95 at the lowest price were meant to go to. But then, you know, Dion got the name sort of weird and then tried to come up with all these excuses, and now she's just tried to pan over it by taking it to a ridiculous price. She's just tried to blindside you all, okay? So I'm just letting you know that. This isn't a deal that's going to happen all the time. It's just she's trying to distract you. And why not let her at that price point? Do you know what? That is mischievous. You know, I said to you earlier on, lovely ladies and gentlemen, about adding that wire. Well done, everyone who got those. They're about to sell out, unsurprisingly. You know that we said to you before, findings, earring findings. She's not talking to me now, Kerry. She's not even chatting to me. I'm out here by myself. Oh, she's just chatting away to someone else. Just me and Kerry. They're having a right good chat. I don't know what I'm doing next. I have to wait. Essential findings in organza bag. Well, it's not that, is it? It's a number 2. It's all right, I'll sort it out. She's still chatting. Nothing. Oh, you're with us now, are you? Right, I've got here 925 collection of your findings. A findings kit just by itself. Oh, wow. And now, if you will forgive me, I'm not going to get these out of the bag. We will show you a picture, but if you will forgive me, it'll take me forever and a week, and I've just not got the time. Let me show you here what I've got. These are your 925 findings that I have in here. So what I've got in here is, I've got things like your cord ends. You know I mentioned earlier, sorry for newbies, you know I mentioned earlier about the pearl necklace idea and taking the last few pearls off and then just putting a clasp on the end. These have got clasps in them, so get this, it's genuine 925, it's genuine sterling silver this. Get this, you can make yourself a pearl necklace in literally minutes, even as your first piece. How special is that? So I've got the cord ends, I've got the earring finders. Can I just point out as well, you see these little bits of black paper? They're anti-tarnish strips, so don't throw those away because they make sure that your silver doesn't, you know, discolour with age or time, so you can keep them and use them in your jewellery boxes. I've also got your entire necklace here, which is a complete necklace, including a chain, and it's got the clasp on it as well in there. I've got your head pins, I've got your crimp bead covers. Now, if you're not sure how to use the crimp bead covers, don't forget these ones here. You can use the crimps and the crimp bead covers. We actually did you a demo in the first designer inspiration, so about an hour into the show. Look back on our YouTube channel if you want to learn how to use those if you're brand new, because we did a demo on how to use these, but they're an essential to know how to make it to work with them. So just buy this now, look back on our YouTube page, it stays up all the time, so you can look back when you get the order, or look back right now, we'll show you how to use those. I've got your toggle clasp, so a great clasp finishing. I've also got an S-shaped clasp, which is a really easy clasp to work with, and I've got these lovely flathead head pins, loads of jump rings as well, don't forget, all 925, and a length of your chain. Oh no, I've shown you that one, and that chain necklace as well that I showed you earlier. So you're getting approximately 60 pieces. Everything you can see on screen now you're getting, it's all in your 925. Your price point today, just £24.95. Now honestly, if I even just show you the necklace chain itself, you know, a 925 necklace chain, look at this, let me show you. Look at that. Just that price point in some places for a 925 chain necklace like this is astonishing. By the way, that is working out 42 pence per item approximately. 42 pence. Yeah. So okay, crimp beads are classed as 24p. Sorry, 42p. But so is this entire necklace chain. Isn't that special? I think that's dead exciting. I love 925 myself. I think it is just really, really fantastic. Well done, absolutely everybody who just got their hands on that. It's literally just made me salivate. Now, I have got for you lots and lots and lots of treats coming up on the show. But right now, I'm about to head over to some treasures. See what I did there, ladies? See what I did there? I'm joined by the Sunday Experience. Good morning. Good morning. When I came in this morning, there was there's three stood there at the side. They looked like they were about to sing, and they've just done it for me. It's like being pitch perfect. It's just beautiful. Hello, everybody. I'm going to start off with Kirsty. Hi, Kirsty.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
How's your day been, first off?
Brilliant. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Fab. Tell us a little bit about what you've created today for us.
So I've made a few necklaces and a couple of pairs of earrings. It's just been great to work with so many different things.
Really?
Yeah, so it's been really fun.
And is this the type of colours you usually work with?
Some, but then I've tried to be a bit adventurous with other colours, thinking about what other people might like as well. So.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice colour palette you've got together. Do you like movement generally in your pieces?
Yeah.
You can see that. Beautiful. Thank you so much for showing us those. Sue, I'm moseying on over to you, my love. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
How long have you been jewellery making for, Sue?
2 years. Well, 2 years at the end of August. I know the exact date.
Oh, I love that. It's like an anniversary, isn't it? Does everyone else know when they started? No. We'll come up to you in a bit, Opal lady. Sue, what have you created for us today?
I made these two necklaces here, and this little flower bracelet.
I
and
love.
A few pairs of earrings.
How beautiful do they actually look together? Don't they? They'd be really nice, the necklaces as separate or as together. Do you often work with this type of colour palette?
No, we usually do pink.
Do you? Are you a bit of a pink lady?
Yeah, so I've done something different today.
And why did you feel like doing something a bit different today?
Well, I don't know.
Push out your comfort zone. Yeah, they are absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for creating those for us too. And we're going to head on across over here. Hello, Marie, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. You?
Very good, thank you. Now, you've worked with some stunning gems.
I have. They've pushed me out of my comfort zone with the shape.
Yeah.
But I've had great fun with them. So these are mine here with, I think it's at Moonstone.
Yeah, absolutely is. What shapes do you normally go for then?
Generally rounds, or, you know, I have worked with cubes before. It's the chips and the nuggets that I'm getting into a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd probably kumahimo normally with chips. I've got some beautiful, I've got half finished here.
Oh my gosh.
With a ladder weave, and it's...
Do you want to really carefully show that? If I move that, there they are. If you pop your hand really still.
And this is a sunstone,
lovely,
which is beautiful.
My brother Pete will pick that up for you. Look at that. That is gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long have you been jewellery making for?
About 3 years.
That's beautiful. Still love it as much as you did?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's amazing, that, isn't
Just
it?
wish I got more time.
One day we all will. Thank you so much for showing us all of those. Let me head across to, I know your name's Anne, but I prefer Lady Opal. Hello.
Hello.
Anne.
Fine, thank you.
Thank you for my cake before.
It's all right.
It's really delicious. And what have you been making for us today, Anne?
Just a complete set, and then
of the pearls.
Yeah.
They are just beautiful. Do you like working with pearls and shell pearls?
Yeah. Yeah. Anything.
Anything. What's your favourite style of jewellery making?
Simple. Not too complicated.
No. Do you have any favourite guest designers? Oh, everyone.
Oh, everyone.
Everyone. Yeah, yeah. Well done, Anne. Well done.
Thank you.
Very clever. Thank you so much for those, Anne. They're beautiful. And have you kept an eye on your ring? Oh, honestly. Stay away, Anne, stay away. If you treasure the ring, don't. It's amazing, that opal ring. Hello, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
Good. Talk to us about how your day's been first off today. How's your day been?
It's been brilliant. Yeah, it's been lovely to work with all these lovely ladies. We've had a good time together.
You've got a really smiley, lovely lot today. And they're all very glamorous today, aren't they, actually? And what have you made for us?
Yeah, I'm all the blue stuff, really. Earrings, some macrame, and, yeah, the necklaces here.
Dion, will you just do what you've just done then in my ear, please? Let me just hold it here. As soon as you said blue, that's what I have to put up with all the time, ladies, constantly. Is this the colour palette you'd normally go for?
Yeah, and the pinks. You had some lovely pink on just now that was really lovely. Would be my choice as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's a beautiful collection. What about cubes?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used cubes before.
No.
And they're quite small, but yeah, rearranging them and putting them together, yeah, it's been good.
I love you use those different techniques as well. Thank you very much for those. Hello, Claire, my love. Can I just say, first off, your necklace is sensational, isn't it? Really beautiful. Is this the type of work you'd normally do?
Yes and no. Yeah, I love wire work, but I've been going more over to beading. And Amazonite is one of my favourites as well.
So perfect for you.
Yeah.
What have we gone for today, though?
My favourite, shell pearl. Different sizes, faceted, non-faceted, beautiful.
And what do you love about shell pearls so much?
Just, you can get them in identical colours, identical shapes, different sizes. You can blend them. So, yeah, love them.
And how long have you been jewellery making for?
2 years, July the 13th. I know the date. Only because it was my mum's birthday.
Oh, fab. Yeah. I will send you a card for your jewellery making anniversary. Of course you can.
My granddaughter Callie, my grandson William, and Alfie, who's due in September.
Blimey, Charlie, quite the family.
I know.
Quite the brood you've got there, Claire.
And I'm an only child.
And the lovely Hannah, how are you, lovely?
I'm very well, thank you.
Give me your favourite tip of the day that you taught me this morning.
Oh.
About the brew.
Oh, yes. Okay, so if you want to make a perfect cup of tea, make sure you use filtered water in the kettle because it completely changes the taste.
And your life. Did we all agree? It was amazing, wasn't it? That is my tip of the day, ladies and gentlemen. To all of you, thank you so much. And I'll come and say goodbye properly in a little bit. Lovely to see all of you. Bye from the ladies. Bye. Harmonising without even trying. How is that? Thank you so much. And they're lovely, lovely today. And they are all dead glam and dead smiley as well. Love a good Sunday experience. Do you know, you can come on the Sunday experience. It doesn't cost you anything. You can come. We give you all of these things to play with, all these treats. We give you a guest designer to help you out as well. It's fab day. Okie pokely. Last 10 minutes or so of the show. Can you believe it? I have got loads to fit in. I'm going to go to Mexico. Hands up, stick 'em up, never try and pick 'em up. O-U-T spells out. Now, I haven't got any half drill pearls on the show right now, but we know loads of you have got half drill pearls, and one thing I will say is that I'll admit, maybe it's been a little bit of an oversight now and again from us, is we've brought loads and loads of half drill pearls, but actually we haven't been able to get that many findings. So sometimes in bundles, you'll have noticed, we might have, say, a pair of half drilled earrings, but then actually we'll bring you 5 half drilled pearls, won't we? So I bet you've got loads of half drilled pearls and not many findings in your collection. If that is true, just add these to your collection today. You know exactly what they are. They're a pair of beautiful 925 earrings. They've got this little dome at the end where you can pop a little bit of glue and pop your half drilled pearl or half drilled gemstone on there and have those a beautiful pair of stud earrings. Simple, easy peasy for you to do, and at this price point for 5 pairs, it's just a no-brainer really. £9.95 for you today. If you do have any in your collection or you want to get any, do have a little look on the website. But you know, we've been bringing to you selections. We have been bringing to you selections of you know, like I say, half drilled pieces, half drilled Aboriginal, half drilled tiger's eye, half drilled pearls recently, you know, and we've been bringing you the half drilled, but actually we've not had as many of these. So do treat yourself to these ones, because we do need them, and I'm sure you've got loads in your collection that you need to get your hands on for those ones as well. And they are 925 as well, don't forget. So you know, how much would be selling a pair of genuine pearl 925 earrings for? Well, depends on where you're selling, obviously, but you know, it's going to be way up there in price, isn't it? If you know, even if we just said £20 per pop, you know, it's going to be exceptional. And one thing I will say is, you know, always have a little look around at the prices of pearl earrings, and don't just look at your competitors, don't just look at the people on the stalls next to you. You know, look online, look in department stores and things like that, because you know, one of our guest designers, Angela, has talked many a time about how she coaches people in selling, and how actually people can sell certain things for many, many years at one price and not sell many at all, and then as soon as they actually bump up the price, it gives them more stature, it makes them look more professional, and people actually purchase more just because of the price point. It's just to do with your perception of what you're getting. So you know, with pieces like this, you can charge high price. Just because we don't doesn't mean you don't have to. £9.95 for you today on those ones. Get them whilst you can. One more very quick a recap for you right here, right now, and it's on the large black bust, right, and the white one. So I've got the large black bust here, and I've also got, sorry, the small black and the large white. I always think of this as large because it's very, very tall and slender, but we describe this as our smaller one. So you've got your really slender black one, which is coming up on your screen right now, and this is your velvet. So it's your velvet bust that we've got here. It's beautifully smooth, beautifully soft. You can see it has got that lovely matte effect to it, and it does dome just in a sensational way. It's a lovely way of showing off some of your silver work that you'll have on here. It's a really nice way as well of giving that luxurious and professional look, and it was only £7.95. We don't have that on often at all, so do feel free to come in and get them whilst you can. There's more of you coming in for them. I know we don't have them on often at all, let alone at that price. And do you know what, for busts, in certain places you're paying a premium, because it's almost like they're selling to people who are going to be making money from it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean. I've also got for you the large white necklace bust as well here. Now this is just £8.95, and it's our larger bust. We were saying earlier, you can pin into this to actually create your designs. You can pin, well, you can, for example, have a necklace here and the matching pair of earrings pinned into the top if you're selling your pieces. You can also, if you wanted to, you know, cling film onto this and use PVC on this for setting things like lace as well. So it is just a fab one for you to work with, and it's nearly gone, so do get it whilst you can. And last but by no means least, before I head on over to Claire, I've got your, as my producer just called it, Giz. Because Gizmo is really hard to say. I've got your professional Gizmo here today, and we haven't had this on the morning show in Yonks. I've got for you the 5 different size rods that are going to be great for creating some sensational pieces, some sensational designs that I showed you earlier on. You've got the largest sizes on there, great for huge jump rings. Make your own jump rings to really save money. And don't forget, you get the 2 table clamps on this one as well. So it really is just fab for you to be able to work with, and great for everyone to get. And please don't forget, I did have the DVDs to go along with that as well. I had the intro DVD and the second DVD as well. So well done to everyone who did get those. I'm bringing my cake over. I still haven't finished it. She wasn't chatting for long enough. I couldn't finish it. Perfect Duo is on your screen right now, and these were the 2 quartzite strands we gave to the lovely Claire, and I took it to a Boxing Day low price of $7.95. You did it!
I did it. I wouldn't say it's my best work ever, but yeah, you get the
we get the drift, and I think that's beautiful.
I thought, because it sort of went a little bit bigger, so if you don't like really statement jewellery, a Mr. T version, but a little hanging.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say, though. Yeah. It doesn't need to be a necklace.
No.
Yeah. A window hanging.
Yeah, that's how I've done it, on the just on a little bit of cord. Yeah. And I'm a very poor quality jewellery maker, because I haven't even put a clasp, I'm sorry, on that necklace.
Literally no one would have known if you hadn't have said, so it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
You keep doing, let's look at the back now, let's look at the back.
Well, we can if you want.
First. But they are, I can't get over how beautiful they are. I mean, they've got like an iridescence about them. They're beautiful.
Yeah, it's that kind of tone in the hue of them that's so sensational. Yeah. I think you've done a fab job, because I've literally been rabbiting and laughing your ear off all day. And whatever laughing your ear off is.
It was good.
Good. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Do not forget 7th of August, for the workshop, and that's the wire writing.
I can't remember if it's the 7th or the 8th.
Brilliant, the 8th. It might be the 7th, it might be the 8th. You check. Do just feel free to call the number at the bottom of your screen to find out more about that. Bar then, when are you with us next, please?
I'm back with us tomorrow evening on the Late Show.
Oh, of course you are.
Yes.
You've got a lovely challenge, haven't you?
I've got a big challenge, yeah.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. A big challenge for her tomorrow.
Yeah.
And from me and the whole of my team, we want to say thank you so much for joining us today. It's been fab to have you on board. We will see you back on Wednesday, and I've got Jan in the morning show. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
This is an important announcement to all our Freeview customers. From July 28th, JewelleryMaker will be moving to Channel 76. You'll be able to watch us between 8